Ready? Robert? Here we go, Robert. Three. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's the one. It's gonna go start with the most disappointing and go up. Mm-hmm. Then this thing's gonna be over in a half hour. Yeah, I'm gonna be Christopher Judge in this motherfucker. Oh shit! Hold on. Your audio wasn't working. God damn it. Yeah, switch to fucking desktop.
We're gonna have to run back the whole thing. Let me know.
Oh,
Just let
Damn
me
it,
know if
it's up.
we're good, chat.
Sorry, man.
We're good. Let me know if it's all right,
You're
chat.
back.
For sure.
Yep.
oh
All
man,
right. So,
But we
Grandpa.
just quickly
what is
go
up,
through that
guys? It's
again.
Robert, the Game of the Year, and welcome to the Juices Loose 2022 Game of the Year podcast. It is the big one. We're all here. Anyone that has been on the podcast for 2022, unless I'm forgetting anyone, we're all here, and pretty damn cool, pretty awesome to see. I am your host, Robert of Gaming with Me, because I am still playing games from 2021.
Let's
So
just
I
make
haven't really
sure
played
no
games
one's
from
confirmed they
2022.
can hear you, even though OBS shows it. It didn't.
Okay,
I
let me
definitely
know.
changed it. It's showing your audio and
Okay,
OBS.
all right,
Let's just
all
see
right.
if
So
the live chat will just confirm
let
it.
me know if you heard what I've been saying. Juice is repeating about the 5 second delay. But how about me? Do you hear me? That's
I
you
can
know.
hear it. I can hear it.
Yeah, I can't
Oh, you
go.
can. Okay,
I don't know what
okay,
he's
okay.
saying about delay. I don't think there's a fucking delay.
All right.
I don't know how there could be a delay.
So anyway, so essentially there's gonna be multiple categories. We're gonna be doing our top five of the year. But like I said, I won't be doing mine. That's why I'm host is because I'm still playing like 2021 games. So essentially we got the most disappointing game or slash most disappointing announcement of 2022. These are the categories that are not 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we'll go to biggest slash best surprise of 2022, best music slash or sound design, then best looking game on Switch, and then best looking game that's not on Switch, and then best non 2022 game you beat in 2022. So that's the actual ones that are not the top five. And then I was saying we got to lay some ground rules because um, we're known to talk a lot and continuum and law. But I think for these categories specifically, you know what? I'll bump it up. I may bump up the categories because these are kind of discussion-ish categories, but I mean, if you look at it, it's gonna end up being like it's gonna end up being a good. I think we're gonna stick with a minute because it's a lot to get through. So yeah, so each category wise, it's not top five, will be a minute, and I was saying that when the alarm goes off, we're gonna clap. And yes, congrats! That's great because we're gonna shut the man who is talking up because I know we will keep talking over longer and longer if we don't stop. So we have to do, not like Christopher Judge, we got to stop them and we can't let them talk. So that's what we're gonna have to do. And then I also said we're not giving away Steam Decks because T may have two, but it's for him and him only. You guys missed that joke.
That's right.
but yeah, so let's without further ado, let's start it up. Here we are. I have to. We're gonna be randomly picking out the people who will the order. So every single time is gonna be a different order.
Okay,
So
so we're
the very
definitely
first
starting
one-
with the first most disappointing, right?
The most disappointing, the most disappointing / announcement. Let's check it out. So the very first person is Terminator Juice. Let me know what is the most disappointing / announcement. I'm setting the minute timer right about now. Let me know, man.
All right, most disappointing announcement: Zelda delay into 2023. Even though I kind of expected it, for some reason my camera's out of focus. Oh well. Most disappointing game, unfortunately, was a game I was really looking forward to. Thought it'd make my top 5. A Plague Tale Requiem wasn't terrible, but it was just disappointing that instead of expanding on the gameplay, they doubled down on the slow walking narrative stuff. So yeah, it was a bit of a bummer. And yeah, the Zelda delay definitely most disappointing things of 2022 for me.
Understandable. That's it.
Mhm.
That's your. All right, not bad, not bad. With time to spare, not bad. So next person I want to talk to, let's see, Clocked It. My man, what is your most disappointing announcement / game?
Well, mine are more announcements. The first, I was going to say you not getting the Epona in Ocarina of Time. Absolutely disgusting.
Damn.
Absolute
That's very
horrid
disappointing.
2022. Horrid 2022. I was going to go with Xbox. I was going to say buying Activision, but they got Blizzard. But seeing how Blizzard is so messed up anyway, I still find it agonizing that they're gone. But anyway, I decided to go because I did a whole video on it with Sega Arcades closing in Japan finally.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've done a whole video of it. That was the end of an era for me. It was like you had the Dreamcast, stab through the heart, and then you had the arcades closing, with that Sega brand gone in Japan, and I still haven't been to Japan. And yeah, that was agonizing for me. So I think out of the most disappointing announcements, aside from Epona, Sega Arcades closing.
Yeah, I forgot about the Epona.
Yeah.
All right. That's what it is. With 1 second to spare. Goddamn.
Is it who?
All right. And then, so next one is going to be Terrell. Let's hear it. Most disappointing for you.
I was very tempted to get on here and claim it would be Xbox just in its entirety of last year in terms of a company, but I was like, it's a little vague. I don't want to go that far, so I'm gonna bring up something that happened at the very beginning of the year and I completely forgot about. So when I finally got my Kingdom Hearts announcements for Switch, only to then realize they were cloud-based, and it hurt
That was
my soul.
2022.
That was
Yeah.
in January. It was
Really?
in January. And I was like, bruh, what the fuck? Game-wise, I didn't have anything, so I'm going to just leave it at that, personally. Otherwise,
Okay.
I'll ramble.
All right. I'll say also that at the end of everything, I'll do like another minute if we want to kind of discuss each
Mhm.
other's things. All right. And then next one, Sandstorm. Let's hear most disappointing for you.
Oh, most disappointing is Sony whining and crying about how they need Call of Duty still in their lives. Yeah, that one kind of blows my mind. I don't understand I understand the complaints, but you don't have to go country to country with your opposition to claim said cryery. Most disappointing game. I would actually probably say Shredder's Revenge. It started off great, but then it got to be a little bit repetitive. After all of the what's the word I'm looking for?
Anticipation?
Nostalgia.
Oh.
Yeah, after that all died, it you kind of really saw the game for what it was. Still a great game, but just repetitive.
Yeah, I said that myself. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. All right, that was good. That was good. And then
That's good to know.
next is T. Let's hear your most disappointing. Let me know.
What was disappointing was Yuji Naka being arrested for insider trading.
Jesus. Oh my God.
I don't think disappointed is
How
the word.
dare
for that
you.
one.
How dare you.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He-
Mine was also mine was also an Xbox thing, specifically Starlink being Starlink. I knew I was gonna say Starlink. Starfield being delayed. I kept saying, "Do not say Starlink." Starfield being delayed. That was pretty disappointing because I'm super looking forward to that game. Very excited for it, and it really got me upset because I was like about to cancel my subscription to Game Pass over it, but the Steam Deck made me change my mind on that because it was a great way to play my Xbox games, so I decided not to do it. But yeah, Starlink being delayed, that was pretty disappointing.
Starlink.
All right.
Yes, you better.
What?
be
Suck
lucky.
it
I
up,
said it
man.
again. Starfield being
I didn't
delayed.
even notice
That's
when you
nuts.
said it wrong, to be honest.
That's nuts. All right, so that was 1 minute exactly. Damn, you did it right in the dot. That was incredible. And then last one is retro. Let's hear your most disappointing. of 2022.
Both of mine are game related. My most disappointing announcement, I'm gonna call it that, is like I was looking forward to the Outbound Ghost, and the studio that, or the developer, it's like it's screwing over the studio is screwing over the developer, and basically now the guy has to sue them to gain control of his own game back, meaning the game isn't getting updated, and it's fucking jank, and it really bothers me. It's like a Paper Mario clone, and I was looking forward to that. My most disappointing game is Overwatch 2, which I don't care about the drama shit behind stuff. I was looking forward to that, but I don't care what people say. It's literally exactly Overwatch 1 with all the characters locked. They changed nothing to it. It looks fucking the same. It plays the same, and for a game that is that big with that much money behind it, it's just bullshit. It's just Overwatch 1 again.
Didn't that win game?
That's it, man.
Did that win Game of the Year, or was it just nominated that first?
It won Game of the Year.
That's so
It
crazy.
won
The
Game of the
first,
Year.
yeah, the
All
first
right.
The
one.
first one.
Yeah,
First one.
let's go. Thank you very much.
I do want to
Also-
comment on
So I'm gonna set a timer for like 2 minutes, and we could just kind of have a discussion. If you have any other thoughts on each other, like what you guys want.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I
on
just
that.
want to quickly say also
Yeah.
disappointing was Henry Cavill coming back as Superman and then going away as Superman. what the hell was that?
I would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
something I forgot. A big disappointment was Terrell not even trying African Safari. That one's a big disappointment.
Oh,
Well, he's still got time, man.
And then,
he got a new house. He got a
Shameful.
new house, so now he's able to. He has more room to explore the forest.
Another
Safari.
disappointing
Jungle.
announcement was that last
Yeah, I
Nintendo
was gonna
Direct
say.
filled with all the farming sims and
Oh, yeah.
strategy
Oh,
games and
yeah.
RPGs.
Yeah.
just for everyone
was
in
too
the
much.
chat, there was a massive behind the screens discussion on this, and we were counting individual bloody games that got to the point and genres. I went on
You
for
didn't
that,
like-
man.
If you ain't like Farming Simulator here, how about Farming Simulator over here? How about this one? You ain't like that
I
one?
Was
don't-
that the
I don't have
last
the numbers
Direct?
anymore, but yeah.
Yeah,
we're-
Yeah,
it
it was.
is. Look, I
This is
just let
something
it.
for
I
2
just let it
minutes.
sit there. fucking
Anime
it.
JRPG farming simulator. How about that?
Action-based Farming Simulator.
Is I mean, there was definitely a lot of little disappointing, moments in there. But
But you could
I
say
think
if you had
overall,
one.
it would have to probably be just the whole, Zelda game delay, because that is the one game where I am going to just break my rule and, and play,
Got to.
that same day it comes out. So I am very much looking forward to it, and it is unfortunate, but it's like, all right, we got what, 5 months now, less than technically by a few days, but it's like, damn, that's still a long time, man. Still a long time. But yeah, that would definitely be mine too. Zelda getting delayed. But any other thing? We got like 9 seconds. Anyone want to say something?
I'm
real quick?
disappointed
9
at the
seconds.
fact that Clocked announces a new video every week and then never posts it. I just want to
Oh
say
my
that.
goodness! Wait a minute.
Hey, he's been putting out
Hey.
videos.
That was great.
Wow.
Lunchtime, I was like, hey, where's Mr.
Thank you,
Free
thank
Months?
you.
Where's
That
my
was
new
really
content?
great.
Let's go.
No, no more. All right, so
Damn.
anyway, so
I'll
now
take it. I'll take it.
we,
That was uncalled
we
for, sir. Damn.
now
It's necessary,
after that
necessary.
category, we're actually going to be talking about the number 5 game of the year. It will be set at 1 minute, and it's gonna be one person each. And it'll be. I'm very curious. Juice, do you have something to put up or something?
It's already done.
Okay. Oh, it's oh really?
As soon as
Okay.
you said it.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. So cool. So yeah, number 5. We're gonna start off with the one, the only, the man that makes a lot of videos, and that is Clocked It. So let's see here.
Yo! There's fire on this man.
Oh man.
Is my pain right now part of my 1 minute? Or what?
Wait, what's that?
You wanna start, yo? Let me know when you wanna start.
That was so disrespectful.
All right,
Okay.
all right, I'll
what-
start it out at like 3, 2, 1. You could go number 5 game of the year, man. Let's hear it.
Okay, it's super difficult. I'd kick one game off last bit, but I've gone with
Mm.
surprisingly Little Gator Game. Okay, and I haven't played loads of games this year, but I've played quite a few. And this one is so. Me and my 8-year-old daughter, I felt like tweeting to the developer, "Can you please put co-op into this game for me and my daughter?" Because we played it together, and it has such a like bonding feel to the game relationship. And even though you just go around the island, you attack like cardboard cutouts and stuff, and it's meant to be a homage to Zelda, all that stuff, you actually feel like you're fighting monsters around the island and using your creativity. And my daughter uses creativity, all the little fun things they put in the game. It was just so charming. And father and daughter building game. For that reason, alone, and for other reasons, I just had to put it in there because it was just a wonderful, wonderful experience, and can't recommend it to everyone, but it's charming as
Yes. Thank you. Hey, congrats to Little Gator Game. Definitely looking forward to it. So next we got is Juice for his number 5. Let me know. I'll start in like 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
All right, I'm ready to go. All right, so you guys are gonna be surprised. I've been talking about this game all year, and my most played game of the year. At my number 5, I'm gonna give it to
Okay.
Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3.
Oh.
The Witch is back. I really loved the Demon Slave mechanic once I got used to it. Controls were tight as always. Some really great looking areas, great music, and just that Bayonetta charm. Obviously, it's number 5 because I just feel like it a little bit disjointed with some of the extra things they threw in there. The Jean and some of the other Viola's combat was frustrating. I haven't tried it since the update, but solid game definitely. And any other year it probably would have been 1 or 2 higher, but this year just too many good games.
Beautiful, yeah. God have mercy.
Congrats for that.
I
Congrats
forgot about
to
that little
Bayonetta 3.
update, to be fair. So yeah.
And then so next is Sandstorm. I'll start in like 3, 2, 1. Let me know number 5.
Number 5 was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Need I say why? This is kind of way up there and further down or up the list. I guess that's how you would put it. Story was great. Story was absolutely a blast. Loved the Pokemon characters that they added. The gimmick was yeah, overall the world was a whole lot of fun. Glitches, gotta figure those out. Game Freak's got to figure those out for the next time around. But overall, I had a whole lot of fun. Love the after game or after story gameplay and stuff like that. So, yeah, number 5, straight to it.
Congrats.
Rousing endorsement.
Yeah, hey,
Congrats to
Rousing
Scarlet.
endorsement.
congrats to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So next is Retro for your number 5. I'm gonna start like 3, 2, 1.
So I made this list beforehand. I didn't change it. My number 5 is also Little Gator Game. And the main thing is just it's like a fun 3D platformer. Like that said, you don't really fight enemies. You make up your own stories. and that's what's so good about it. The writing is just so funny. Like the Gator's like texting his sister because he needs money for ice cream and stuff. He's playing with his friends, but not all of his friends want to play with him. So all the friends have their individual stories. Like one pretends he's a vampire. He doesn't want to leave his cave and stuff. It's so funny. It's so good. And it's just very addictive. Like I just can't stop playing it. It graphically, it looks really good. It has graphical options that you can make it all like pixelated and stuff. The music is really good, and I don't know. There's just stories everywhere on the island, and it has to be on this list. It just has to.
Okay, with 3 seconds spare, not bad.
All right, little Gator.
All right. So hey, congrats to Little Gator Game getting 2 awards tonight. That's not bad at all.
Take that,
Next
Keely.
is going to be Terrell with number 5.
I just want to say that
three.
Terrell's list I'm the most interested in because of the games that came out this year. So I just wanted to say that before.
Oh yeah, I am very curious. So number 5, let's see.
yeah.
Let's hear it up. 1 minute start now.
So Juice is kind of right. I struggled a lot with my list overall, and I would say after this game, every other game, it's very small, minuscule differences why they're ranked the way they are. But for number 5, it's Pokemon Legends Arceus. I love that game. It was a very cool and interesting take from Game Freak. I very much appreciated them taking a risk and it coming out as a generally good product. A lot of fun and a very different experience. It kind of brought back the challenge of Pokemon again. I guess the main reason why it's not higher is because unfortunately it loses that replayability that every other Pokemon game has. It's fun, but it's kind of just fun through its go through, and then after that, you're kind of just done. Especially considering you got mainline games coming. So nice surprise. I appreciate it. But there were better titles that came out this year.
Okay, nice. All right, congrats to Pokemon Legends Arceus. I don't think that's the last we'll hear of Pokemon tonight. So, all right. So last one is T, number 5. Got a minute
All
on the clock. Starting 3, 2, 1.
All right, so my number 5, it's much like Juice, swappable with 6, but I flipped it, and where his was probably 6, my number 5 is A Plague Tale Requiem. I love the game. I thought they improved on pretty much everything I wanted them to. I like these types of games, so I think you have to be a fan of that kind of genre. It looks way better than the first one. I went back and looked at it. I was like, man, it's really drastically different. And I like the gameplay more in this one. I had a great time with it. And if I had spent $60 on it, I probably wouldn't feel the same way. But that Game Pass, man, I tell you. So it probably made it feel a little better for me. But yeah, it just squeaked out number 5.
All right.
Hey Robert,
All right.
do you want,
Requiem, congrats.
do you want to
Can I just ask one question, Juice? In terms of guessing T's top 5, do they have to be in order?
well, you get 2
No,
points
right?
if it's in order, 1 point if you just guess the game.
All right.
So
I would say mark it off yourself though if you already know.
for those that don't know, we're the 5 of
Playing
us are
the-
playing. We try to guess T's top 5, and the winner gets to choose a person and pick the next game they're gonna play. And
Gotcha.
so I got 1 point on that because I guessed A Plague Tale at 3 for T.
Did anyone else guess a
Oh.
Plague Tale? Did anyone
That
else
high.
guess a Plague Tale?
Clocked it.
Okay, you got
No one else.
Anyone else?
Oh,
I
clocked
didn't
it,
either.
okay, clocked.
I'm stupid and I forgot. But
Clocked it. Did you have it at 5?
I had it at number 3 as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow!
So we each get a point.
All right. So 1-1 then. So now number 5's all great, all good. Appreciate hearing all those different opinions, different variety of genres. Nice, although little Gator game got twice. Little Gator game. That's pretty cool. So now the next category though is going to be the biggest / best surprise of 2022. But I do want to. Does anyone have any thoughts about like number 5? Or should we just keep going?
I just forgot
Anyone
to
have any
mention
thoughts?
Bayonetta's ending. I thought was fabulous. I love the ending.
For
Love
sure.
the post-credit stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm gonna put 2 minutes on just in case anyone has any extra little things to say.
I
If
think
anyone
we're
wants
good.
to say anything. Okay. Everyone else? No one. Everyone has a good thing. All right. Then never mind. We'll keep going. So I'm gonna set a minute on the clock, and we're gonna be talking, like I said, about biggest / best surprise of 2022, and we're going right off the bat with the one and the only Terminator Juice. So
It seems like
Three,
I'm
two, one,
starting every time. So for me, it wasn't that big of a surprise, but it was definitely the best, was the RE4 remake. Not that it was coming out, but just how damn good it looked and how faithful to the core, intro of the original game, but still adding some new stuff. It was this big surprise, and just how much, how true to the original it stayed. But like I said, still added stuff. Looks phenomenal. I'm super excited for it. I mean, it's not like it was hard to guess that that's what was going to happen after 2 and 3. But yeah, that's really the only like big surprise for me that I can think of from 2022. So mine's short, so I'm just going to stop.
All right. And then the next one then is T. Let's hear your biggest / best surprise of 2022.
Biggest surprise of 2022, Steam Deck. No game. A game on Steam. Well, I played on Steam Deck. Vampire Survivors, son. Go play Vampire Survivors. I guarantee you will be on crack, hooked on it. It is
I'll be on
great,
crack. Damn.
fascinating.
Damn it.
It is such a good game.
Hello, crack. What?
It did get some. I think it got some love at the GOTY Awards. No, it
I
is
think
just.
indie game.
Yeah, it got Indie Game of the Year.
Nominated. I think nominated.
Oh, nominated. It's
Right.
awesome, bro. Like, it's addictive. It's fun as hell. I don't really want to go into explaining it right now, but it's so cheap. It's like $5. Buy it. You're gonna have a great time. So, and it's on Switch. It's on everything. So
On Game Pass.
it's on Game Pass. It is.
There you go,
I
folks.
played it. I played on Steam Deck. So, but yeah, it's on Game Pass right now too. Forgot about
First Game Pass mention of the night, guys. We're gonna keep going.
that. That's two actually. That's two.
All right, so the next is Clocked It. Let's hear your biggest / best surprise. Starting
My
right now.
monitor literally just went off just then. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Right, my biggest surprise. I need to list them, right? First of all, Return to Monkey Island. I get to my number 1 now. Return to Monkey Island. Dragon Dogma 2. Let's fucking go. The Suikoden remasters. Let's go. Elevated Action Returns, which I bought on the Switch. Let's go. Hades 2. Let's go. Street Fighter 6 single player. Let's go. But my number 1, the biggest surprise for 2022 was the Super Mario Bros. Movie trailer.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with. Right, as my
That's
biggest
legit.
surprise, because we were all scared to fucking death of it, and it turned out, I think, for us better than we probably could have ever imagined for most of us. So that was
Agreed.
definitely the best surprise
I wish
For
I
me.
would have thought of
of
that.
20. I don't even need to
Alright.
say anymore. So that's
Alright.
it for me.
All right, nice. Hey, I agree. Next we got Terrell.
And I'm sorry if
hear
I
it.
listed off other people's stuff just then.
Me
I
too.
doubt it
did.
some of the games I picked.
You
but,
did.
I'm sorry.
Look at that. That was a
Man is
motherfucker.
so
I
mad.
saw,
How
I
dare
saw, I
you.
saw a look in his eye when he said it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, so
I'm
I'll stop
Terrell.
doing that.
Don't worry,
Terrell.
mine's is
Wow.
mine's a simple one, but it was very important because it shook me when it happened, which also was a January announcement. Didn't realize it until I looked back at it. Xenoblade 3 was announced in January,
Damn.
and then given a release date of later that year,
Was
and
it?
then got yes,
Holy
it got announced
crap.
in January, and then it fucking got a boost back. Like I think because it came out earlier than when it was supposed to, because they said September.
I
That's
forgot
right,
about
it did.
that. I thought that was
And
like
I
a,
was like, and it just fucked me up that we've get that series has gone as far as it has to the point where it's like, oh yeah, we're just gonna drop a game in the same year we're announcing it. And I'm like,
Damn.
man,
That would have been my number 1 too.
I
Yeah.
thought that was in
They're
the
really small.
2021 direct. I
thought it was too, and then I went back and looked. It was announced in January. It was the January directive last year. It's crazy. Actually, almost a year ago.
Those are tiny games, so it makes sense they got it out earlier.
Yeah, but I'll leave it out. Fuck
Leave it at
you.
that?
I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna add that to
Nice.
mine too because I forgot about that.
So next person is Retro. What is your favorite or a biggest surprise in 2022?
Oh, his camera.
Oh, he's dead.
He's
Oh,
stone
no.
faced.
Go the next person.
I didn't even do it.
He still somehow looks cool as shit.
He's like,
though, so-
he's like,
Yeah.
he's just like,
All right, I guess until Retro comes back, let's go to Sam Storm. Biggest surprise in 2022.
Biggest
in hell.
surprise in
sorry, Stan,
2022. It's either gonna be it is.
He's back.
The fact that Xenoblade got nominated as Game of the Year.
Mm.
Which is
fair.
a pretty big deal.
I'm
That's
back again,
fair.
just saying.
Yeah, definitely didn't see that one coming. I think we all wanted it, but like everybody's like, but it ain't gonna. No, there's no way it's gonna get
Biggest
nominated.
surprise, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. And then now let's go back to retro. Then
Okay.
you're live. You're live.
Yeah, can you guys hear me again?
All right. So 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Yep. We hear you.
Okay.
Biggest
I'm actually
surprise.
surprised that I'm the only one who's going to mention this, especially because everybody seemed to care for all these years. I'm glad that Nintendo opened the closets, dug in between the dust and the crap, and took out a game they finished 12 years ago. And now we're getting Pikmin 4.
Nearly, I
Oh,
nearly
yeah.
mentioned it.
That's a
Yeah.
fair one. That's absolutely
Yeah.
that's a fair one.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
that's all
Yeah.
you got?
That's
Can I? Can I?
All right. So I'm
honorable-
gonna add just as I'm gonna add 2 minutes if anyone's got some. Sounds like.
Well,
something
Robert,
else
what do
to
you
say.
have for biggest best surprise?
Biggest surprise? I didn't write down anything. Dude. I
Just-
He was
They
excited.
don't want to do the work.
He just wanted to host. I got
Um,
the mic. The fuck?
I will say
surprise,
the
though.
Xenoblade 3. Yeah, I forgot that was 2022, so that would definitely be the biggest.
Yeah, that one. But I would also say for me, and it's not even like I'm like the biggest fan compared to like someone like Terrell, is the fact that there was like 2 Pokemon mainline essentially games. Like in
Yeah,
one year.
that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna add.
And the fact that they announced the Scarlet and Violet and they're the literally the same calendar year. You got 2 like really huge games. That was like okay, weird, but. Hey man, people would argue they needed to cook it a little more. The other, but
I did
I
have
will say-
Pikmin 4 on the list, but another one I had on the list I thought you might mention, Rob, was Switch Sports, because that was announced.
was that announced this year? I mean, last year though.
Yeah,
I thought
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure it was.
April. 'cause I
Uh,
thought maybe it came-
I was
was
surprised
announced
at
And
how
it came out to a resounding meh.
I was surprised how Nintendo
Damn.
treated it as such a like a small deal. Like they didn't go all
Yeah.
in. That's what surprised me about that game.
I'm surprised
Uh,
that Bayonetta 3 won an award at the Game Awards. That's
I'm
what
Yeah,
surprised
that's what
that
I
the
was gonna
voice
say.
actor paid thing happened.
They sure
Helena. The fuck?
Sure
Honorable
advertised that
mention
game.
to GoldenEye, because I forgot that was last year as well too.
That's fair.
Oh, yep, GoldenEye. It's too much to
Yeah.
remember, man. Shit.
I believe it when I see it.
The biggest surprise was that
We still don't have that game.
all those games that got announced for Xbox coming out last year.
Ooh,
Oh.
ooh,
Oh.
oh.
Wait, were they
Juice, chill.
they weren't announced last year?
No, I'm
Drew
saying
said he was
they
surprised
didn't
that they
announce.
still ain't got nothing over there.
Xbox didn't even
Oh.
really announce anything.
Juice ain't shit, bro. Hey
Hey,
man,
I
I already
fooled
said that's
you.
that is the most disappointing company of last year. I'm gonna be real about it.
Last few
All right, we're
Hey,
moving
all
on.
right.
Moving on.
Congrats to all the big surprises.
Big surprise.
All those companies surprising us. So amazing, fantastic. So we're now going to be going. Thank you. Shut the fuck up. All right, so the next person we're going to go to, we're
For
doing
what?
a number 4 game of the year. We're already almost there to number 1. Can you feel the excitement in the air? It is nuts, absolutely bonkers. So essentially, we're going to be doing 1 minute and 15 seconds this time. So we're bumping it up by 15 seconds. We got a little bit more to say about these next games. Let me know. Let's hear it out. The first person is going to be, get ready, Terrell, your number 4 game of the year. I'm starting right now.
So, like I said, these next 4 games were rough. It was so rough for me to pick one, and it came down to some nitpicky details. But my number 4 is Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and it was
Holy
hard.
Shit.
It was so hard to put it that low, and even now I feel myself low key wanting to second guess it. I'm not gonna do that.
Wow.
That's low key. That's low key. Listen, but because the game is great, it's crazy to say top 5 games of the year and still be like, oh, number 4. Listen, it's a great game. It has a great ending. It has a beautiful world and fucking cool combat. But my problem is, number 2 is like my favorite game of the last decade. You ain't going. It's hard. And unfortunately, it had the biggest shoes to fill, and it couldn't do it. It did a hell of a job to try, but it
Let it
couldn't
be
do
its
it.
own game. Let it be its
It
own
was.
game.
It's
Dude.
hard, Clark.
Hold on, we got to pay the bills. We
Dude.
got to pay the bills. Clocked it. How do I say this?
A Gerudo gamer.
Do I say
I would say Gerudo.
Zed?
Got a
How do you say that?
99
No, it's
Uh,
pounds.
It's 99
Pound.
pounds. Cents.
99
Pounds.
Oh,
pounds.
Pence.
it's 99
99
pence.
pence.
99
Oh,
pence.
pounds.
99
Oh,
pounds.
That's
Vince,
why
Vince.
So,
Yeah,
but
Appreciate it,
but-
Gerudo, for the
99
99
cent
pence.
pounds.
99 pence.
Pounds would have
£1,
been,
which is about
yeah,
the
that
same
would have
value
been
now as $1.
yeah.
God damn it, Brexit!
Hey, thank you very much. You had 9 seconds left. Did you want to continue those 9 seconds? Or are you cool?
Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna just
Alright.
leave it as it is, man.
I think Terrell feels Xenoblade 3 was missing some content. I don't know.
All right. So the next
I got
person,
that.
next
I got
person,
that.
Possibly.
next person is T, number 4.
T.
Game
All
of the year.
right.
Let's hear it.
Here
It's
we go.
gotta start up. 3, 2, 1.
All right, so everybody should get this one, I think. At least, I mean, maybe you don't get the number, but you get in my tops, and that would be Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of
You
Hope.
son of a bitch. You were saying that was your game of the year all year.
I second guessed
Oh,
myself because I remember T being like, T was like, man, I missed the
He
grid
wasted
system.
his
I'm
time.
like,
Eddie.
I did.
"Ah."
I did say that I do miss the grid system, but the game is still really good. It is
I
awesome
second
game,
guessed my dumb ass.
beautiful game.
Hate you.
I missed the kind of Saturday morning cartoonness of the first one. I feel like it had a little bit more that with the story and whatnot, but it's still a great game.
I like. Was it Mario and Rabbids?
That was disappointing.
Yes.
To Ubisoft. Mario
I
plus
knew it
Rabbids
was
Sparks of
low.
Hope.
I knew it.
Yeah, so
I thought that was your game of the year.
I was expecting, but no. I told you, you ain't gonna
You
get
said it was a couple times. He's like, this is my game of the year.
No, I said this is my most anticipated game.
No, a
of the
couple
year.
times after
Mm.
it came out, you said you thought it was going to be your game of the year. But either
Wait,
way,
is that your whole speech?
Yeah, that's everything I got for Mario plus.
Oh,
Rabbids.
I'm so stupid.
Congrats to Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope, Ubisoft. Even with the disappointing sales, you made a customer happy. Come on.
Well,
So next.
That's how you said it.
I don't think the sales were disappointing. It's just they were putting too much on that game. Because they didn't have
Exactly, I'm
anything
sure.
else.
I'd be curious
sure.
to know how much it exactly
sure.
sold. I'd be curious.
I'm
to
sure
know.
it sold a good amount, but then
considering
you
the
know, they were
install
expecting
base,
like way more.
I bet they probably expected more.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
next person is Sandstorm. Got a minute 15 on the clock. 3, 2, 1. Let me know number 4.
Number 4 is Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. I liked it. I won't say that I necessarily liked it better than Scarlet. I just liked that there was a new idea that they chased over a similar formula. Terrell had it right. There's not really any replayability to it, but that first time around, man, was it. That was it right there.
Yes, sir.
To be able to hide, throw the Pokeball without having to go into a fight, I think that was awesome. And everything was out in the field was real time, right? Well, I guess that was the loading screen as them going, eh!
Yeah.
But outside of that, yeah, it was a great game. Good story. I liked it.
Nice.
Nice,
All right.
nice.
And then next person we got for number 4 again. Congrats to Pokemon Legends Arceus. Another grab for tonight. That's it's impressive. That's number 2 for the time today. Then we got
Keely.
And thanks for
Mr.
pronouncing it right. It's Arceus. I don't care what it is.
Oh, we're not doing
Arceus.
this. We're not doing this.
So next person for number 4 to talk about is Terminator Juice. Let's hear it. 3, 2, 1.
All right, I'm going to go over the positives and then tell you the game. And this was my hardest decision between 3 and 4, so I'm going to count this as 3B. I had to do what Terrell did. I'll tell you what the deciding factor was. Beautiful world, good to great characters, amazing sound, amazing music, improved combat over the previous game, and yeah, that was Horizon
Whoa.
Forbidden West.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm surprised it's that low.
Game
That
was
Yeah.
fun. I
I-
just
I'm not
played a
surprised
couple
it's
hours today. I think I ended up with like 87 hours, 85 hours, something like that. I don't know.
Damn.
Might have been 90. I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah.
the gyro aiming was a huge addition to that for the bow. Really love that. Runs beautiful on PS5. Gorgeous visuals and art style. I really like the dialogue, characters that you meet. The one thing I had to that I couldn't put it at 3 was the anticlimactic sudden ending that just came out of nowhere. Ending, game's over, okay, and then they mentioned something for like setting up the next game or DLC. It just was okay, like 2 lines of dialogue and that's the end, you know. So that's why I couldn't put it at 3.
Congrats.
Yeah, and that was my
Sounds like
biggest
That's
it's
worry.
Years
Horizon
of War.
Forbidden West. That probably won't be the last time you hear it tonight. I think maybe not. I'm not too sure, but so next person is
Shit. Fuck this game.
Clocked It, number 4.
What's going on
All right,
over
just
there?
between 4 and 3, I
Well-
struggled, but I went with. Don't waste time. Just do it. Yeah.
There you go.
Bayonetta 3 at number 4.
Yes.
God damn, and I fucking love this game as well. Fucking loved it. My favorite looking Bayonetta. My favorite combat in a Bayonetta game. I thought it was phenomenal. Some of the set pieces I thought were absolutely staggering. You know, surfing on a giant fucking dragon down a river while surfing on boats for feet, and in the clouds with a giant Madame
Spoiler.
Butterfly blowing bubbles and oh, come on, man, it was just gangster. And that
Bubbles out of her
the-
booty.
The ending, right, has become a dance routine in my house with my girls, just as if it's a gents dance thing. We just fucking
Gotta
love it,
record that for TikTok, man. Come on.
Got that? Yo, it's seriously. It was no, I really
Unbelievable.
enjoyed it. Yeah, it's got a few niggles and stuff, but just in terms of overall enjoyment, I was smiling through most of that game, especially like you said, at the end with all the cutscenes, the way she's talking. Viola is probably the weakest, but you still kind of grow on her as well. As you're going through the game and stuff. I loved all the things that
Bayonetta
some-
3.
Anyway, Bayonetta.
Good job, Bayonetta.
Viola.
Yeah.
Watch out for Viola.
The Bayonetta. Shout out to Helena Taylor.
Shout out.
You done fucked up.
Shout out.
God, I need you to chill, bro. I need you to
And
chill.
the last person
Chill.
today for number 4 is Retro Death. Let's hear it. Once
Is he
it's 10
frozen?
o'clock.
Oh,
Tell
God.
me right
Yeah.
now.
He's just sitting really still.
I got some lag shit going on. I don't know what it is. My number 4 is Pokemon Violet. Pokemon Violet is what I always wanted Pokemon to become, like nice open world. I absolutely love the traversal. Some of the best traversal since Breath of the Wild almost, and Little Giddy Game actually. I love how free you are. I love how you can kind of go where you want. All the Pokemons they put in there. I love the designs of all the new Pokemons. I feel there could be like more side quests in the game, and the biggest issue is just that the freedom you have is kind of fake. It's the same thing Terrell said. Pokemon Violet desperately needed skill level scaling in the game, and if it had that, I probably could have had it higher. I don't know, but either way, I love the world and all the characters, and I just felt like I was in a Pokemon world, which is what Archie just didn't do for me.
Okay. All right. Hey, congrats to Pokemon Violet. You did Violet, was it?
I had
Yeah.
So
Violet,
when you
yeah.
got Violet.
That won't be
all
the
right.
last time we hear
Scarlet
that
is
game
ugly.
getting called.
That will not be the last time you hear Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I highly doubt it'll be the last time. So I'm gonna set again a timer.
will-
to
yeah,
minutes. If
I
anyone
got
has
some,
Anything else?
I do want to
Anything else?
say
Any things?
I had more fun overall, I think, playing my Horizon than I did my number 3. But I just once I talk about that game, it's just I couldn't not put it ahead of that. So it was painful for me though, because I really enjoy. I know T didn't. It didn't groove with him, but I said Horizon. That's pretty much what I want for a direct sequel. Improve upon, don't deviate too much, add some new things.
Hold on for me, because I'm about 15 hours in, and I remember the first Horizon game. It took me a while to, fall for it like I did. So, give me some more time.
Okay. Anyone else has anything to say?
No, I mean,
actually shocked
I was
Elder
going to
Scrolls.
mention like the side quests for like Pokemon and stuff. Now, I've been out of Pokemon for a while, but I always just found, even just speaking to someone, and they would say, X Pokemon, they've seen in this region and stuff. Those were the side quests to me. I know Pokemon has always had, extra, things to go here, there, and everywhere. But I always just found the general hunt for them as like that go fetch over there type of thing, go over there, So, did you not feel that with or do you think modern gaming in terms of
I
needing
love how you
structural
have-
quests?
I love how you have 3 main quests and how big it is and how there's much to do. But I feel like, for example, like I don't know, there could have been like clothing side quests. You have like the customization of your character just doesn't exist. That's something that could have been integrated in side quests, for example. But you can change your fucking socks, but not your shirt. Who the fuck can see the socks of your character? You know, why do you not have a different shirt? Like,
That's such a
Check
retro
out his
death.
ankles, bro. Look at the ankles. The ankles show it all.
I was not thinking about your shirt, but dang, them
Look
socks
at-
is boring.
Look at them socks, dog.
Time's up. Time's
Hey,
up.
congrats to all the number 4 nominees.
And
You
side
know,
quest to socks. Yeah.
very, very great. And
Oh, well.
we're going to another new category. So stay tuned. Here we go. We're starting right now. The next one is
Mute your thing before
we're
you talk.
talk-
By the way,
what happened?
turn off the alarm before you start talking because it's cut you off.
Oh, it
oh,
cuts it
that's
off.
what
Yeah.
that is.
Oh, okay. So
Ah.
anyway, so
That
we
makes
got
sense.
the best music. I think you know what, because it thinks it's like I don't know what like just
Just
noise,
stop
static
it and then
noise.
talk for the next one.
Damn, it was nice to have it in the background. All right, all right. So next one is best music / or sound design, and as with always, I'm gonna put a minute on the clock for these categories specifically. The first person that's gonna talk about the best music / sound design is Retro. Let's see it.
Go.
So right off the bat, 3, 2, 1. Let me know.
The way I gauge the best soundtrack always is during the year how much I listen to the music in the background and stuff, how much I put songs on repeat, and there's only been one game, and I'm still listening to this day. It's Xenoblade Chronicles 3. It's one of the best soundtracks since fucking Baten Kaitos. The soundtrack is so good in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Every
I just check your
area,
body.
every battle theme, like I can't stop listening. Today still I was listening to this soundtrack. It is just absolutely glorious.
Just
Okay.
touch your body again. Thank you.
Right off the bat, hey, not bad, not bad. So, next person we got. You had a few more seconds if you want to say, but I guess no, you're good. All right. So next person
All
is
set.
then we got Sandstorm. Let's hear it. Best music. 3, 2, 1. Let's hear it.
All right, so how I go about not having an alarm on my phone.
Whoops. Oh no!
How I go
Yeah,
about,
Your time's
Wow.
upstairs.
and you're done.
And
you're done. How I go about the best music is it's usually something that it might be even a little melody or a little tune that catches me off because I'm a music producer. So like certain little things just like might just twink and you're like, wait, what was that? What was that? So for me, actually, it is Pokemon Violet. There's been plenty of tunes in this game that like are so subtle, and I think I told Terrell this. And is it Zero? Is it Area
Area
Zero?
zero, yeah, Area Zero.
Done. That's it. That's it. They all they had to do was play that once, and I was like, I'm on for this. I'm on the ride for this. The opera is amazing.
You good? That was
I
all
am
right. All right. That's good. So the next person for best music, we got Clocked It. Let's hear.
Can I have 20 minutes, please?
1.
20 minutes.
Starting right now, 1 singular minute.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Please. So have I started? Shit, sorry.
Yeah, you're starting right now.
Yeah, so the best music of 2022 was "How Fast Does a Dollar Go" by
Oh.
Treble. shout out.
Thank you,
Treble.
thank you.
Yeah, that's what you're getting. Xenoblade Chronicles
Let's
3.
go.
Don't even fucking joke around. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. A lot of people moaned about it. I mean, when you're out to the world, it's more atmospheric and stuff like that. I actually loved it. But come on, man. Come on, fucking Homecoming. Aerosphere C, fucking Ribby Flats when you first go into the wilderness and stuff. You got the Weight of Life, which is formidable enemy. The Keves battle theme, shit, the chain attack, and then Mobius battle theme for the boss theme. Yo, don't even fucking bother. Don't even bother. That Mobius theme when it came out, shit, just touched my body. It was just so fucking good. But Xenoblade 3
goodness.
soundtrack. As soon as I finished that game, I was on every channel. Listening back to their music, especially like one of the end themes as well, listening back to their music, going on to reaction channels where actual composers were reacting to the music. I was just like, let's fucking go, I feel it in my bones. Yo, fuck you. man.
Congrats. Not bad at all. Now, obviously, I know you could stay for a long time. which means you
I-
gotta make a video on it.
I
Let's
can
hear it.
list
Let's hear
so
it.
many
Let's hear
tracks. I can
it.
list so many tracks.
All right, so next person is going to be Terrell. Let's hear it. What do you think, man?
So, all right. So here's the thing. I was conflicted because I actually have 2 games, one for sound design and one for music. I feel bad because the one for music is gonna make this very back and forth-ish. Went from Xenoblade to Pokemon, Xenoblade to Pokemon again, because Pokemon would be my favorite music. The fact that they had 4 fucking separate battle themes depending on which area in the game you were in, it's so good. And Area Zero is it. Some of the battle themes are absolutely amazing, but sound design, Sonic Frontiers, I fucking that ambient, some of the ambient, like the light piano in the background, oh my god, it's so good, especially the final boss theme. Oh, it's so good. I can't. But Pokemon has some stellar tracks. Even if the game glitches out, the music is still top notch. Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to check out some Pokemon and Sonic music then, because it's.
Pokemon.
I
okay.
last
started
time I
off-
played-
I
started
haven't
off-
heard the
It
latest.
hit, man,
I haven't
it
heard the latest games at all. So
Yeah.
It hit.
So,
The Team Star grunt theme is so goddamn good.
Alright.
It's so good.
All right,
It
save it for the 2 minutes after. Sorry.
All right, Mr. Robinson. All right, I apologize. I apologize.
Let's go, let's go.
So the next one we got is
Very
T.
cool to follow the rules.
Let's hear Mr. T for the minute. Here goes.
All right, so it's not sound design, but it is music in the game, and the game is Grapple Dog. What's up, y'all? Grapple
Okay.
Dog surprised the hell out of me. It could have been my most surprising game as well, but it's the music in it is so, it's like a warm blanket from the 90s, bro. It's like it has like this kind of like hip hop, like 16-bit era hip hop
Really?
kind of tracks and whatnot. It's so perfect for the game. The game itself the game itself is what
Oh,
Chibi Robo Zen. Like it is smart. You know what I'm saying? Because Chibi Robo Zen Blast is trash, and this is a game that it will show you how to do that whole grapple mechanic and make it like a fun game. It's dope, and it's on Switch as well, so you can definitely check it out.
What was it called?
Love the game.
I haven't even heard the Grapple Dog.
Grapple Dog.
If you are a fan of
You
like
don't want to. You don't
platformers,
want to see it, Juice. You don't want to.
you got to play it. If you're a fan of
This is already
platformers.
Googling. He's Googling right now. I
Yeah,
can see it in his eyes.
It's a super rare original.
Super rare. What do you call it? Published it, but it's
Yeah.
developed by Medallion Games,
Yeah.
and it's dope. It is
It
so
looks like
good.
fun. I gotta
All
play
right.
that.
So last person is the one, the only Juice. So let's.
All right, so for my criteria, I had to have noticed the music while I was playing the game, so I don't listen
Understand.
after the fact. So I had 4 to choose from. In the 2 minutes, I'm going to talk about Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but so Horizon, God of War, Elden Ring, and A Plague Tale were my 4 to pick from, and I went with God of War Ragnarok. And while the other games all had great music, God of War, actually, that awesome music from the trailer, that's actually music from the game, not just for to have an epic trailer. And it was near the end, epic boss fight, epic boss, like last whole, like, I guess, chapter, if you will. I couldn't believe how good it was. And, you know, like, even just the sitting on the PS5 menu screen, that song's amazing. So it was a tight race for me. Horizon would probably be my actual official runner-up, and yeah, I actually know the music actually stood out to me while I was playing the game.
Congrats!
Yeah. Woo.
Congrats!
Yay.
GOW.
Again, though, as always, I'm gonna set like 2 minutes if anyone has any last remaining thoughts on each
I
other.
do.
Or okay.
Boy,
Yeah,
ladies
I
and
know.
gentlemen.
I'm gonna be controversial here.
Xenoblade.
The weakest music in the series for me. I could not stand that chain attack music by the
I don't even. I
the
don't even
100th
listen to
time.
video game music.
I started
It's-
skipping battles, not only because that music just is the opposite of like what gets me going. I love music in all the other series. I mean, there was good music in it, but I'm just saying for the Xenoblade series, that's my least favorite.
This is like Terrell number 5. You make me sick.
Don't put that on me.
That was probably the most disappointing aspect of the game for me was that.
Yeah, that's a shame.
No,
Get
Earl
grappled
Green-
though. It's like Toe Jam and Earl music, and it had the overworld
That's
reminds
dope,
me of Super Mario Brothers 3 with the level was it the World 3, right? That's the one with the swimming and all the
Mhm.
the
It,
frog
it looks
suit and all that.
better than Wet anyway.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that. So it's great.
I'm just gonna say this. Shout outs for anyone who wants to check out some quality Pokemon music. It's the northern area Wild Battle theme. God, man,
Yeah.
it's like, this hard guitar just fucked me up. It's so good. It's so good. I love that game.
Yeah.
Battle
Yeah.
themes. It's so
Yeah,
good.
definitely. Shout out to the center of the room by Trevor for sure. You know, Good album. He talks about going to Miyamoto and he gave him the new 3D Mario Yo. Like, damn, you know, definitely go check that out. You know,
Who was
but
this Trevor?
Oh yeah,
music?
shit! I forgot sound design.
I don't know.
I forgot to
It's
do
just
the
some
sound.
rapper, apparently.
Sound design.
Really?
Easily Horizon Forbidden West best sound design I may have ever heard in a game. There's some awesome
Damn.
use of like echoing sound off of the environment and stuff. It was pretty spectacular.
All right, right on time. Can you hear that?
No.
No.
So
No, but
Are
you
you
cut off. I think.
fucking? You can't hear the
No.
No.
Are
We
you
heard
serious?
sandstorms.
Move
though.
on.
Yeah,
We heard
I heard
sandstorms.
it.
Yeah,
We
I heard
heard,
clipping.
we heard sandstorms perfectly though.
nuts. Come on.
I heard it clipping. I heard it
You
clipping.
need-
all I
you
heard
need to
was your
listen- you
audio
need-
clipping.
Get your alarms from sandstorms. No, he got
What is
the
it? What
hook
is
up.
it? It's probably under some settings under Discord. Doesn't want like a certain threshold or some shit.
Well, it's too fucking loud. Turn it down.
Your
Move on,
decibels
move
are
on.
too high. You're about a 10.
Oh, it's too high, so I should lower it. All right, for sure. So the next the next thing then, in that case, can you hear that? Wait, hold on.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Now I don't hear anything.
No.
The fuck?
It just cuts.
Brother.
It just cuts your audio out.
Sorry, I just heard it just then.
But it just cuts
Yeah.
off like back and forth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fucking annoying. Why is it?
because because it's a background sound. It's trying to
Yeah,
What
it's
if the
noise
background-
canceling.
Move on, Robert.
right.
All right.
You know
all right.
what? As long as you can
You
hear
don't
it.
need your Robert.
We don't need your
Anyway,
gimmicks. We don't need your gimmicks.
anyway, so now next one is the number 3 game of the
Yes.
year. We're going to the top 3, so we're getting really close, really tight race. And the first one up, I'm sorry, it is Terrell. Let's hear the number 3.
Oh
man.
my goodness.
And by the way, my bad. It's a minute 30
Ooh.
this time. Minute 30.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh
you
my
get a minute
God.
30.
So
Go.
number 3, man. I knew this game was gonna be top 3. I just didn't know where it was gonna be. And I hate it because it's been in every other like space so far, but it's going number 3. It's Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It was hard. It was so hard to not put it higher because I think it really nails the level design. This is like my favorite level design or just area to explore in the Pokemon series, like as an area to go around in. It gets a lot of stuff right. I love the new Mons. I love that they're all in like their own habitats and shit, and you get to see them interact with other Mons. Like they're really nailing the AI, and the music is absolutely goated. But that glitching is aggravating. It's so aggravating. And you know what kills me? The ending of the story is absolutely great. But up until that point, I'm kind of like, I don't really give that much of a shit. that last 5 hours, okay, you got me. But man, also the league is like the weakest league in the series. Like, good God Almighty, I've never been that underwhelmed by a Pokemon League in a while. It has a lot going for it. It just doesn't hit everything. It just
Attack and side quest crying shit though, man. That shit is hard.
It does, but like that's the only one. The other two,
Yeah.
I could take or leave until the ending of them. But yeah, I will leave it at that. Pokemon Scarlet's at number 3.
Okay.
No,
You want to hear it?
Dude, all it does is cut you off. Quit doing it.
no.
I'm gonna take
Fuck.
over.
All right.
It
So
actually-
next.
Your sound.
I think it's the input sensitivity. I'm trying to lower it on Discord.
Forget
while
it.
we're
You
doing
really want
Forget
this
it.
to happen, don't you?
I want this to pop up. It's people clapping.
move on. Just move on. Just
Fine.
Move on.
So the next person. Fine. Shout out to whatever Pokemon. Fuck it. Or what was it again? I was trying to- the next one. Got it. It's T. For 1 minute 30 seconds, let's hear it.
Is this number 3 game?
Yep.
Yeah, number
Yeah.
3 of the year.
My number 3 game is Tunic.
Damn it.
Oh,
Fuck!
Dude, for all you Zelda fans out there, if you haven't played this game, shame on you, because it is on Switch right now as well. I don't know if I'd play that one because I think it's only 30 frames that doesn't really matter. Anyway, it's like Legend of Zelda, the first one, meets like Dark Souls. Like, if that sounds appealing to you, it should be. It's great. The coolest thing about it is the whole manual mechanic. So you find these different pieces of manual, like a video game manual, and this is how you solve puzzles and whatnot. But the game manual itself is not in English. It's like in some kind of, you can say even Hylian. It's like some kind of gibberish, and you have to figure out kind of through the pictures and just the world. It is so stupid good, and it was made by like one dude. It's one of those games that was like made by one guy. It's awesome. It helped me because it probably would have passed me by if I didn't see it on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Game Pass definitely got me to play this game. I probably would have ended up getting it eventually, but it is so good, man. Like, the combat is great. The music, the what do you call it? The
timer,
kind of
bro?
ambience. What's that?
You got to stop now.
Oh, that's it. It's time's up. Oh
Time's
man, Tunic, baby, Tunic.
I got brutalized. with
you really
Bayonetta.
didn't hear a second of that? Hold
I heard
on.
nothing. I heard none of it.
None. It don't work, Robert.
Stupid.
Just let it
Discord
go.
is
Let
wrong.
it go.
Work,
And
Robert.
walk
You
away.
gave me Discord.
Let it go.
All
You're
right.
fucked up.
Next we got. Damn, I'm really stunned. But anyway, so next person, 1 minute 30 on the clock. It is the one, Retro Death. 1 minute 30, number 3.
My number 3 is Kirby and the Forgotten Kingdom.
I forgot that
it's
game
the
came out.
Forgotten Land. You forgot the name.
Forgotten Land. I always think Kingdom. I don't know why. I think it's because of Mario. I absolutely love that game. Visually, it's absolutely stunning. I love all the areas. I love how free you are to explore the areas, all the secrets and stuff, all the characters, all the moves. But one of the favorite things is that you can make it as hard as you want, because one of my complaints with Star Allies was how easy it is. And I like how in this game, the main game is already pretty challenging. But you have challenge levels, challenge areas, and they're just absolutely brutal, that are designed for specific abilities. You have to do specific obstacle courses. And I love all the character design, all the enemies in it. Like, I can't stop playing it. The world itself, like the ice level, this frozen city and stuff, it's fucking gorgeous. There's no other words for it. It's so good.
That's it. That's
I
what
don't.
you got?
Yeah, we could. I
Hey man,
don't
you
need more
did
than that. Man.
nice and good. Hey, I appreciate it. That's good. So next person for number 3 game of the year is Juice. Let's hear it. Number 3, man.
All right, so my number 3 has the best story and characters of any game this year, or in 2022. The best ending in the franchise. The best dialogue in the franchise. A beautiful world, and I love the character designs, not just the dialogue and the voice actors, everything. And that is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Even though I pretty much said it with Horizon was neck and neck, even though going back and playing 3, I almost put it at 4 just because there's a lot of just kind of pointless fetch quests, side quests. Now, if I didn't do all that and just the main story and just exploring and stuff, it definitely deserves to be where it's at. It didn't really deliver on the post game other than a couple new heroes, but overall great game. The combat system is as good as always, and I binged, I rushed through Xenoblade Definitive Edition and went right into 3, so I had like basically 130 hours straight, or more than that, like 180 hours I should say, straight of Xenoblade. And that ending and those characters, Mio and Noah, definitely the 2 best characters in any game I played in probably the last few years, and that ending was incredible. And so series best for story, series best for characters, series best for the ending, the dialogue, and character designs.
You're right.
Yeah. He was so.
He's
Hey,
not-
man.
Shout
I
out
respect
to
the
Tenacity.
tenacity.
Lead the
I
way.
respect the
Shout out.
tenacity.
It was waiting for Juice. It was waiting for Juice.
I respect the
Oh my
Waiting for
God. Jesus
Alright.
Christ.
I respect the tenacity. I respect the tenacity,
I do
dog.
as
Oh
GG's.
man! Wow! Holy
Yeah.
shit!
That's
That was
respectable.
tough.
So
He didn't
yeah,
give up. He
I
did
was
not
going
give up.
wild for that pick, man. They loved it. They absolutely loved it. Fantastic pick. So the
Oh my
the
goodness.
next person is locked in. Let's hear the number 3 game of the year.
Let me just touch Retro's body again. Yes, man. We understand. Yeah, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I personally think it's the best Kirby game now. It's my favorite Kirby game. Not nostalgia-wise, that's always going to go to Dreamland, but I think it's the best Kirby game. Visually, it just feels like a full-blown 3D crafted Mario game with all its juiciness and bounciness and everything. There were moments in there, which sounds really weird. I was like comparing it to Destiny, how it looked like with some vistas and some forgotten malls in like the desert and stuff like that. I played it through entirely by myself, and I also played it through entirely co-op with my daughter, and then she completed it by herself afterwards. She fully completed the extra content before me, and then I followed up after her, completing the extra content. There's tons of stuff to do. It's just an absolute delight from start to finish. The transformation stuff is incredible. I know times, but the transformation stuff is incredible. Flying and everything that you do, the fridges, just creativity wise, it's just peak Kirby. And I don't know what else more you could want from a Kirby game, because I think they absolutely nailed it. I think they nailed it. So yeah, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I fucking loved it. I think it's brilliant. It's one of the best games on the Switch.
All right, not bad. That's you still had
No
a
applause.
yeah. There you go. The Forgotten Land. Shout out to Nintendo. Not bad. All right, and last one is Sandstorm. Let's hear number 3 game of the year.
Number 3 game of the year. We're going for a three-peat. Is definitely Kirby, because it is. That is the way. That's the way it has to be, because Kirby
That's
was
right.
that good.
Touch his
That's
body.
just the way it has to be. Nostalgia for me is Kirby's Adventure, but this game definitely touches on both nostalgia for the older and a new little style for the younger cats. It was really well done. I love the upgrade system that they put in there. I do like the new mechanics, the fridge and the car and stuff like that. Even some of the boss battles were a little more challenging Kirby games, and I really like that, because it needed a little sprinkle splash of challenge in there. The one biggest flaw to me was the multiplayer and not being able to play as 2 Kirbys, but that's neither here nor there. But other than that, it was an amazing experience, and like you said, one of the best on the Switch. So
Nice.
All right. Kirby and the Forgotten Land getting a lot of love today. At least for number
For
3,
three,
right?
right?
that's a
Yeah,
bronze
that's-
piece.
That's
That's a
pretty damn
bronze piece
impressive.
for them.
I'm gonna
That's
put
it. It was a
2 minutes
3-piece,
on the
baby.
clock.
Yeah, it was all right.
Hey, you got 2
Go and play
minutes,
your
man,
tunic,
if you
man.
want to debate.
Hey man,
We're here
I will
live
just
at
say
Orange
that
Bowl.
I'm glad the game people liked it. I'm glad people liked it.
I was
I think it's a good game. I think it's getting a little bit. I think it's a little overblown. Like, again, I liked it. I think it was my number 6. I couldn't.
Damn it.
I tried to squeeze it in, but
I put a 2
Um,
for you. I had it at 2 for you, T.
Nah,
I
I know.
Hey.
I
Knows
just gave
what
it
you
away.
know about yourself. Knows what you know about yourself.
You didn't say you
I
hated it.
failed. I
I
failed.
thought
God dang it.
I thought Tunic was your number 2, T.
I thought
So
Tunic
if-
was your number 1.
I knew
I
you
thought
didn't like
it's
Kirby.
actually lower than what I thought. The
plot
way you've been
thickens.
talking about Tunic, I thought it would be lower. I mean higher. I mean,
The plot thickens.
I do want to play Kirby at some point, I will say.
It is a good game, but it's not my favorite Kirby. I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot, I think, pretty surprising stuff, but
I think Terrell having Pokemon at 3 was pretty surprising. I thought that was a top 2 for sure. So
I
think I know what
struggled.
your next one
You know what
is.
number 2 is now.
No,
Yeah,
now I know what your number 1 is.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah, number 2 is I mean, yeah, number 3 for Pokemon's honestly.
Wait, is Xenoblade 3 out there?
He
yet
already
on here?
said that.
No,
Yeah, it's
no,
4.
that's
That's
yeah,
my
you
number
already said
4.
that was
So I know what the other
That's
2
four.
Got into the dirt.
That's nuts.
I ain't gonna
Sonic
spoil
is
it, but I
number
know
one.
what your 2 is.
Yeah, I don't. I
I'm gonna tell you right now.
At all,
I am-
I do know.
Because
but I
Terrell
don't know.
live streamed it, right?
I'm gonna warn you. I'm gonna warn you right now.
Uh-oh.
I'm this close to switching my 2 and 1. I want you to understand
Ooh.
that.
Oh shit!
Right,
He's got to
you
put
have
Sonic
to-
at
I'm
one.
really. It's very. I'm so
It's
fucking close.
It is
Plot
semantics.
really thickens.
I'm
Nope.
so close. I got like a few minutes
Do
before
it.
mine goes to make a decision.
Do
I'm,
it.
Nope, you can't do
I'm
it.
so close, dog.
You don't got enough time, sir. It's already done. All right, so
Let's move on.
so next one is we're actually talking about different type of topic. We're talking about the best looking game on Switch and the best looking game that's not on Switch. How did you want to do this, Juice? Did you want to do like just you want to?
I guess
have
if you're
separate
best,
thing?
I just wanted to give the Switch a chance to make my list for
I had a feeling I had to be
because
right.
Luigi's Mansion
I'm
I
like-
think's the
I'm
only
like-
time that I put
Yeah.
best visuals.
I'll add an extra 10 seconds just in case you want to have 2 other ones. So
Jeez.
a whole 10 seconds.
Can I have 5 or 6?
We got time.
Oh,
all right,
my
fine. We'll do it. We'll do a minute 30. We'll do a minute 30. First person is actually going to be T.
Oh, is this what is it? What
Best
category is
looking, best visuals. You know, best looking Switch game, best looking non-looking Switch game. I mean, you know,
it? All right. So of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. Okay. So my favorite of the games I played anyway, best looking Switch game for me was Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Mm.
It looks even better than the original, which I thought was a gorgeous looking game, especially like the character models and stuff. But now the world is more freer, so they just added more detail to it. It just looks really good. It's a really good looking game. You know, a lot of Nintendo fans talk about the kind of Pixar-esque nature of some of the Switch games, like they did with Luigi's Mansion 3. And I felt like it was on that level, and I think it had some cool effects too, whatnot, that I really was a little bit surprised by from Switch. So yeah, my best looking Switch game. Outside of Switch, best looking game for me was easily Horizon Forbidden West. Game is freaking gorgeous. Even on PS4, I don't have the PS5. I ain't got the P5 like some people got. But the PlayStation 4 version still looks freaking amazing.
Yeah.
One of the best looking games I've seen ever. So Horizon Forbidden West.
All right.
Nice.
The next person is going to be Terrell. Let's hear it.
Oh Lord. Okay, so I struggle with this because I realized the majority of the games I played were on Switch. I only have a handful, not even a handful, like a couple games I played on all their systems. So best looking Switch game to me, I actually think is Arceus. Arceus has a really good art style that really pairs well, and so the game looks really clean. It's obviously not the prettiest game on the console, but as far as last year is concerned, for me, it's fucking great. If we're going non-Switch game, and because I was stuck to 2022 titles, the only thing I could really say is probably just Sonic Frontiers. And Sonic Frontiers has its problem with pop-in, but I think outside of the pop-in, it actually looks really good. Nigga, I hate that we can hear you pour this shit.
He did it. He's doing it on purpose.
I need to go to the bathroom with all this fucking liquid. What the fuck? I'll leave, goddammit, if you need me to leave, Robert. What the fuck?
Sorry, I hope I to drink water and I want to go hear it.
That looks like tea. I want you to understand that because that bottle does not look. Yeah, anyways, the point is,
According to
I think-
John at Digital
think-
Foundry, too, the pop-in is due to the Switch version that they wanted to cater to. I don't know if that's
Oh,
true.
really?
Because it's the same on every system. PC and everything, it's the exact same pop-in at the same distance.
That would be so. Wait, was Switch the lead platform?
I'm not sure.
Lead platform was Switch? Oh,
Is that what we're
shit.
doing it?
Damn.
Yeah, that's Nintendo for the lead platform.
Give it up for the Switch pop-in, baby. Switch pop-in.
I'm surprised you didn't say Alive Alive or something, but
is
Lava Live looks good, but the problem is we've had other
Keep it for the
2D
2-minute
games.
session,
Oh,
sir.
yep.
So we're gonna have one right after.
It's Juice's fault. He asked me a
Clock-
question.
Clock it. 1 minute 30.
Best looking game on Switch. I'm gonna stick with stuff that I think. Definitely Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I haven't played those games.
Hey,
I've decided
Hey
to
there,
go
buddy.
Shade.
best looking game on Switch. For me,
Darkness.
isn't graphically the best, but just best looking is Triangle Strategy. For the small amount I've played, I mean, I'm in love with 2D HD anyway. I nearly went with Live Alive and stuff, but I decided to go with Triangle Strategy because it's doing so much more.
Yeah. it
And
is.
I think it's just that art style for me. Absolutely love it. Best non-looking Switch game, I have decided to go with Elden Ring. There were times in Elden Ring where just visually, I mean, even me and Juice, played the co-op, and we had those moments where we just stood there and just mentioned stuff, where it was like mist on the lakes or approaching some, giant, almost like fortress of a mountain. I think they nailed the art style with that game. Just even in the creature design and just the world design, it's a very distinct looking game. So, and that's both with Triangle Strategy and Elden Ring. I think they've for what they've gone for, yeah, lovely jubbly. That's all.
I just want to say that you said best looking non-Switch game, which is, I think, is throwing some shade at the Switch. I don't know.
Yeah. So the next person
But
is
oh right, yeah.
is
Well, that's Juice's selection, not mine.
yeah. next person is Sandstorm. Let's see.
And
what
if
you
your
got.
best looking is a Switch game, you can just go with that too, I guess.
does it have to be a game that we
He
played?
said, I guess.
Yeah, if you played
The
it.
only reason
Yeah,
he said that is
Oh,
because
No,
I
I didn't
have
think
to
about it
upgrade it?
before. Yeah, if you think the best looking game of the year was a Switch game, then I mean you don't really have to. But it's still fun to hear what everyone thinks.
he's got nothing else. That's why.
But go ahead.
No, I was just making fun of your wording of it, Clock.
It's Sandstorm.
No, it's
Best
Juice's
looking-
worded, not mine.
No, I know, but
Best
I
looking
get it. But
Switch
No, no,
Sandstorm,
you
you gotta
said
listen to
best
this.
non-
What is your answer, sir?
Sorry.
my answer, best looking non-Switch game is probably Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Yeah,
Your
we're
best
gonna go
looking
with
Switch
that.
game.
That's your best looking
Yeah.
Switch game.
Yeah,
You
best
said
looking Switch
emulator,
game.
guys. Go on.
I mean, I was using the emulator at 4K, so it looks so much better after that. Best looking non-Switch game, God of War. God of War Ragnarok.
Understand.
Yeah, definitely a beautiful game. Good job, Sony.
All right. Next person we got is Retro. Minute 30 we got for you. Let's hear it.
I usually don't name multiple ones. I try not to, but for the Switch, I just can't. Between Kirby looking the way it does, like T said, Mario and Rabbids, it just looks like you're playing a cartoon. I don't know how they did it. Compared to the first one, it's not even close. It's a completely different fucking game. But like, I think my main one for the Switch would have to be Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Some of the level design, the fact that when you can go all the way up, basically, like to the top of the mountains, and you're seeing all the landscapes and the giant constructions, and you can see the trees that didn't disappear, they didn't unload them and stuff. Just visually, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 has to be it for the Switch. As for my non-Switch game, I'm not gonna say it yet because it's gonna come up still.
Oh, a game we don't know you played, you're saying? Okay.
All right. All right.
Oh.
God damn, you made me tingle. So the
I'm thoroughly tickled.
the next person is honestly best for last when it comes to this category. Okay, you always talk about them visuals, yo. Hey, let's hear Juice.
All right, so I'm gonna say, artistically and technically, best looking Switch game is Xenoblade Chronicles 3, with Arceus being the runner-up on Switch. If I didn't, because I didn't play Kirby, but if I played like full-on Kirby, that might have been there. And for non-Switch game, best technical, is going to be Horizon Forbidden West. Also love the art style, but I got to give Elden Ring the best art direction of the year award. Just like what Clocked It said. It's one thing to have like open fields and vistas, but another thing to have like towering cliffs with giant castle on covered in like mist and in the distance, and with the sunrises, sunsets. I know a lot of games have good sunrises and sunsets, with the light reflecting off the cliffs at one point. You have this giant glowing yellow world tree in the middle. Just absolutely stunning. Now, not the most technically impressive at times, but artistically definitely amazing. And the creature enemy design's phenomenal. The castle I was just in, the name escapes me, Lunaria, I think. Is that what it's called? That castle just looks freaking amazing. So those are my choices.
All right.
Nice.
Very good. Very, very good. So that was essentially the visual category. So next, we're back to another one of these top 5.
You don't want to talk for a couple minutes about...
Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, duh. Thank you for reminding me.
Get your own rules, cuz.
I do want to give a shout out too to Bayonetta
let me
3.
hear.
I thought Bayonetta 3 they
At times
had some really good looking spots at times. They really pushed that game beyond what I thought the Switch could even do at times. Not that the frame rate was perfect, but
it felt like Rare on N64 at times.
I thought when
Shout
we
out
went
to them
like,
using a different color palette too.
Did we go to it was like a
I love gray.
a
What?
China type of level, wasn't it?
yeah.
Because we were on the Great Wall and stuff.
That was
and
chapter
just
8 or
saw that.
9, I think.
He said I
Um,
love Gray.
Yeah, when you're on the boss battle and you're on like the train and stuff, and and that big creature's chasing you, and you're on like a tank and you're shooting it, and it's like going around the track and stuff. Like, yeah, just so damn good.
Yeah, that I think it was that the China like Great Wall of China level, and then the Egyptian level. I think
Yeah,
looked phenomenal. So
Yeah.
that Bayonetta
also,
looks sexy too.
I didn't even mention God of War Ragnarok yet. That was a very clean, very nice looking game. A lot like a Plague Tale though. There's a lot of staticness to.
That was Sandstorms, wasn't it? You're on God of War.
Yeah. Some of the
Yeah.
environments look a little bit static, not a lot of motion going on, and stuff moving in the distance, so it's a little more painting looking. So, but still great looking. And Terrell,
Cool.
I'm surprised you didn't have like Alive Alive or something on there.
I mean, it's 2D HD. I would probably agree with Clocked, because I almost forgot about Triangle Strategy. I think that is the better looking of the two. But I think Arceus just kind of surprised me because of how good it looked compared. Remember, we only had Sword and Shield to compare it to, so I was kind of like, "That's a hell of a." All right, I see what you're doing here, Game Freak.
And I did make a video, a short video saying how great Arceus looked. Not a lot of people commented
It's
on
a
it.
very-
You got to remember as well. It's like
Yeah.
There you go, Arceus.
Lots of graphics. Lots of fantastic, brilliant.
I'll never
artists
know
in
what
the
Clocked
industry.
told me
Robert,
to know,
you
man.
didn't play any games from 2022.
Well, again,
Ooh.
I would say my the most visually pleasing game I've played they released in 2022 be Crankin's Time Travel Adventures on the Playdate. Congrats to that.
Oh, nice. Shout out to the play date up in
Hey,
this.
Next year we'll have best looking on Steam Deck category.
Yeah.
Oh!
But we're now getting into number 2, which is, talk about
Deuce,
I'm
drop
sure
that
a lot
deuce.
of people, it's literally neck and neck. I'm sure, like number 1's and number 2. So I'll be curious to see how defeated you feel. And we are going to be doing a minute and 45 seconds this time, so we're bumping it up a little bit. So you can kind of talk more about this number 2 if you really want to. So the first person for our number 2 game of the year is the one, the only Clocked It. A lot of people wanted the only, but
It's me,
Yeah, the one and only.
He's the only one with
he's the only Clocked It.
Damn!
Hey.
That's lower than I thought.
Elden Ring
He dropped
is
his deuce.
my number 2.
He dropped it.
Um, To be fair, in terms of experiences between this and my number one, it's pretty damn fucking close. I won't talk too much, about just the game itself. We all know what Elden Ring is. What I'm more happy for, I think, from a genre that I love, and what I mean from a genre, I mean dark fantasy. Yeah, gaming is like when I grew up, RPGs were dark fantasy. Which is why I love Diablo, is why I loved Blizzard when it entered, why I love Baldur's Gate. And all those classic role playing games. I was just so happy to see a dark fantasy game become such a phenomenon, and so many people of so many different gameplay styles and tastes of stuff play such a brutal dark fantasy games. You got dragons in there, you got swords, you got sorcery, and it's one of the hardest games for a lot of people to get. I actually found it relatively easy. I say easy, you still struggled, but I got through it, relatively well. But yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say about Elden Ring. It's gorgeous. It was a great game. Some of the stuff you go off and find was just incredible for that first experience of venturing. Great time with Juice when we play some co-op and stuff. Yeah, I got the full experience, and I can thank you all for it as well, because this was one of the gifts which you got. So once again, thank you very much. Juice is loose.
So you have it on PS4, and he has it on PS5.
And we are going on to the next
I knew I had to get through
And
it,
yeah,
but-
we could play each
Great
other.
time to be alive.
We
The
could play
next
with each
person-
other, T. Yeah, we could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
play.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What a great time to be alive as a gamer. That's
Yeah,
Well,
we'll
that's
talk about how great a time alive it is on the next
I'm gonna squeeze my
person
shit in, bro. I'm gonna squeeze
is
it in.
Terrell.
Why you
number
keep? I feel
two.
like I've gone second the last couple of times.
Hey man,
Um,
the randomizer picks.
Oh, fine, whatever. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm
Gotta make a choice.
gonna leave it as it is. But y'all need to understand the closest between these two is ridiculous. Like they're touching. They're literally touching. It's Sonic Frontiers.
What?
Wow.
I struggled so hard.
I know what
I
number one
struggled.
is.
I struggled
Holy
so
shit.
hard. I
That's
struggled
funny.
so hard. It's such a respectful game to the characters. God had my boy Ian Flynn write all the stories moving forward. The open world was so much fun. The worst part to me is playing the mini levels, which, spoiler, you don't have to actually play them to get through the game because you can find all the keys throughout the overworld. Like, the combat's a little weird because I enjoy it, but it's also kind of still just button mashy in a way. But I also don't mind it because I kind of like the style. I like styling on enemies. I ain't got to do it. I just like doing it. I love the traversal. I get that people have issues with the floating platforms. I don't give a fuck anymore. I used to care. I don't care anymore. I like bouncing off of springs. I like running in loops. I like fucking jumping off the side of a wall and bouncing off and climbing a fucking mountain. Thank you for giving Sonic the ability to climb and wall run. That shit is great. He's always had wall running, but I like that it's like a legit part of his moveset now. I just, and even I fuck with the music a lot, even if a lot of it's ambience. It's good. It's so good. It's so good. Play the game. Play the fucking game. Yeah, that's it. I can't say nothing else. Just know that number one and number two are touching. They're almost hugging, but they're touching. It's so
We're gonna
good.
find out what touches next.
Yeah. Is it a good touch or a bad touch? We don't know.
So next person is Retro. Let's hear your number 2 game of the year of 2022. By the way, that's what we're doing.
So
What the
my
fuck was
number,
that?
my number two game of the year. You've been looking at it. It's Pac-Man. It's really not though.
Oh, I was gonna say, oh,
It's Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
really?
Wow.
Don't make me buy this record.
Borderlands
cut.
2 has the greatest DLC ever made in history, and Tiny Tina's Wonderland is that times 100. You're like actually having the character stand around a tabletop in the beginning. You create your character. When you create your character sheet, like here, she throws you a character sheet, like draw your character sheet and stuff. Like you're playing Dungeons and Dragons really on a board. Then you go into the world, and it's just exactly like the DLC. Like you're walking around in Borderlands 3 sliding mechanics, shooting mechanics, loot mechanics. Visually, it looks even better. Visually, it looks fucking insane how good that game looks on the PS4. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then you're walking around and there's this castle, and it's just like the DLC. You know, she's telling the story. Oh, you're an adventurer. You see this castle. Let's walk through the peaceful castle. Oh no, shit! Fire's raining down. Shit! All of a sudden, like the castle is in the distance. Massive castle is in flames, and like you have armies of skeletons running down. So, oh no, it's a war. Like she's narrating like a board game, and it's so fucking good. Every time new shit happens, it just never stops. The way your characters interact with you as the player, standing around the board game. Like then the game goes out of what you're playing, and you see the characters talking about playing the board game, what to do with the characters. You know, like you have a figure that's still unpainted, and you got to do it and stuff. Like they add this board game shit so much into the game, and I can't stop playing it. From like the shooting to like the music, the visuals, the characters, the dialogue. It's so fucking funny. Like it's just absolutely
It's
amazing.
so funny that the time is up. That is fantastic. Absolutely amazing. You know, I am looking forward to playing some Tiny Tina sometime this year. But
Sometime in
never.
2000, sometimes in 2027.
24.
yeah, sometime in that. So next person is T for your number
Why does-
2.
My deuce. Let me drop my deuce.
yeah.
High on life, motherfucker. High on life. Oh, just another game that could have been in my surprise game or whatever of the year. Man, I understand because this game is very, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for?
Controversial. Mixed?
Yeah, it's kind of mixed reviews. A lot of people, if you love it, you love it. If you don't, you don't. I
Yeah.
get it because the humor in it, like it can be kind of overbearing with the different weapons that talk, but it's so cool to me because like every weapons says something differently, so you can kind of go through the level again and just kind of get what the weapon says. It is a very it's a very old school type of shooter, modernized by the comedy, and there's so much cool shit in it. Like there are full movies in this game that you can watch, like terrible movies from like the 80s and 90s. Stuff that I would see on Red Letter Media with my favorite YouTube channel. Speaking of which, Mike Stoklasa is in the game from Red Letter Media. He's in the game. They're referenced in the game. They sit and do an entire commentary of the bad movies that's in the game. Stuff like that when you discover, man, it's just so good. I just like the game itself with the kind of alien aspect, and I love the graphical style of it. There's so much to love about this game, and again, Game Pass, motherfucker.
Well, I knew that'd be on your
It is
list. I knew
It is a great game. I had a great time with it. So
All right. And it was
Yeah,
actually
fuck
right
it.
before. You might as well let it play. It's about to play. Hey man,
I knew that was on your list, T.
congrats to High on Life for making it
pay
in
attention.
the
He's paying
top
attention.
5. Nice. Hey, that's awesome. So the next person is Sandstorm for number 2. Let's
Yay,
hear it.
yay.
Was there another Pokemon game?
A remake or something.
It was actually Pokemon 3. Actually, it was Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3
Nice.
definitely hit my number 2.
Nice.
Yeah, combos were absolutely amazing. The new mechanic, the slave mechanic, I think we've already all talked about this. Overall game was really good. I really like the visuals. I do like the fact that none of the other Bayonettas were the same. I think that was dope. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't played yet, but I'm sure you'll figure that out. The weapon mechanics were interesting. Juice has said it a couple times. I think there was a little too many. I'm gonna say there was too many, but it was nice to have a lot of variety for those who don't necessarily play the same. I really like the upgrade system. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about. That's a major spoiler. But
Yeah,
I
relax.
don't know how I feel about her. As a character, I do like. I've said this a million times. I'm a horror for samurai games. So the fact that she had a samurai sword, just like it made it, but it killed it because she sucks. She has no range. But yeah, other than that, amazing game. Amazing game.
All right.
Nice choice.
Bayonetta 3. I think
Robert's
that's
waiting
the
for
third time nominated for this year. This show.
Yeah.
I believe so. Then we got final one is obviously Juice. Minute 45. What you think, man?
All
Number
right,
two.
so it's funny. You guys give me a hard time about posting a few glitches for one game that's known to have glitches. But when I rave about a game being the most polished, you brush that off like it's nothing. But God of War Ragnarok,
I thought that'd be
objectively the most polished game
Oh.
in the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, there's not a flaw, like from a technical standpoint, from the presentation to just characters interacting with the world, cutscene, transition, nothing. It's just a flawless game on that aspect. But in my opinion, for me, it's the best game to blend very good narrative and very good gameplay. I felt it was a good mix of gameplay and narrative. I was really invested in the story, the characters. There's some really funny banter going on. I thought it was better writing than the first game. I like the older Atreus versus the younger one. You get to play as him a few times. And beautiful game, great music, fluid. I really enjoy the combat. I prefer this, infinitely more than the original God of War trilogy. 2018 was good, but this improved upon every aspect. Clock, that you mentioned the exploration in your review of 2018 being a little, I don't know how you phrased it. They really streamlined the level design so much better. I just enjoyed every second I was exploring. When I went back and played 2018, got lost a bunch. It's just so convoluted and so much slow climbing and stuff.
Ragnarok,
Baby, Ragnarok.
So polished. Polished these nuts.
Shout out to
Polished
Kratos.
these
He
nuts.
is a great dad.
Most
Love
polished game ever.
But
Those polished nuts.
let's do another 2 minutes. Obviously, if anyone want to say any more things, sounds like Juice, you got cut off a little bit. So if you want to continue or something, whoever got more thoughts we got 2 minutes right there, man.
Yeah, I pretty much said everything. I just think
really?
anybody
Sure.
that played 2018, I definitely think the biggest improvement was in the traversal level design. Because if you're going to 100%, it's the only game other than Astrobot that I platinumed. So it's not too difficult. It's very enjoyable. You got a quicker climb mechanic now. So a lot of the slow, sluggish stuff has been removed. So.
Lenny Wright is right. Speaking of traversal, Lenny Wright is right. He reminded me one of the things I love about High on Life is the traversal, just the many different ways you can move around the levels and whatnot. And it is a surprising Metroid style game. I ain't gonna say no Metroidvania.
Really?
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
It has some Metroid elements. Like you'll see stuff you can't access until you get upgrades and whatnot. You come back to that world. It also has a cool Metroid mechanic as well.
Speaking of Metroid
Rob,
mechanics,
make sure you play Oddworld Stranger's Wrath before you play High on Life, right? Don't listen to T.
Odds are right.
You
Yeah,
play
I know, man.
Stranger's Wrath.
T,
I don't
funny
know.
you mentioned the Metroid mechanics, because guess what? God of War Ragnarok also had
Also has
Metroid
Metroid,
mechanics where
yeah.
you could you can't access something, you get a new ability, then you can go back and
I was just gonna quickly say to Clark that dude fucking played Tiny Tina as one of
Dude,
them.
I've got it on. I was about to curse you. I got it on
Sounds
here.
like a lot of
It's
copyright.
£18.99. It's so
I bought
fucking
it
cheap.
for
Yeah, I'm
16
looking
bucks,
forward to it.
man.
I'm glad that got brought up, man. You know, it
For a
seems like it went under the
series-
radar.
For a series that doesn't sell well, the Metroid series, it's crazy how many games copy and
Exactly.
emulate
For real.
the gameplay style. It's
nuts.
crazy.
When you think
And
about
I do
that,
want to
yeah.
comment, like I said, Robert, you kind of were, I don't know, we weren't debating or anything, but you made the comment that you felt like most games are come out polished, and I feel like complete opposite
Decent
to
amount.
that. Unless it's Nintendo. Unless it's Nintendo.
You can't rebuttal.
Yeah. Shout out
Absolutely.
to the
Coming at me.
games out there. The next actually is going to be the best non-2022 game you beat in
I've struggled
2022.
here, people. I've struggled.
And we're going to do, because this is technically, could be potentially big for you. This could have been your game of the year if it came out this year even. I'm actually going to give it a minute 30. So you give it still like a decent amount, potentially for you. You know, because it might generally be the game of your year, but it just came out in 1995 or so. I don't know. Just let me know. 1:30. The first person that we're gonna be talking to is Retro. He might be talking about a retro game. Let's see.
So I played a bunch of old games this year, but the one I'm gonna mention, I didn't finish it yet, but it's the one that I want to talk about, and that's Blue Fire, that I finally was able to pick up physically and play. This is Zelda. It's like it feels, the visuals look like Wind Waker, but it borderline feels a little bit like Darksiders, what you can do with all the traversal with the wall climbing and stuff. You're just walking around in these dark castles. In the beginning, it just feels like Twilight Princess, a lot the way the castle look. You're going around on this map and you're looking for the dungeons, and you're going into the dungeon. You know, it's standard Zelda, you know, map key, new ability upgrade, boss, and then you move on to the overworld again. There's like little villages and characters to talk to and side quests. And I feel that just Blue Fire, like, it would have been on one of my top 5 lists probably had I played it when it came out. It just feels so much like you're playing Zelda, where if you feel like you need a Zelda fix, like you gotta fucking pick up Blue Fire. It costs fucking nothing. It's like a small indie game, but it's so good. It's so good.
All right.
I gotta pay the bills here real
really
quick.
good.
Prince Revolver, thanks
yeah?
for the $2. He said Terrell's gonna pick Final Fantasy 13. So
How dare you?
I think you're wrong,
Yeah.
but unless there's an inside joke there.
Because I started streaming it Saturday.
Oh, did you?
Okay. We'll
Yeah.
find out. For now, we're gonna actually find out. Find out Galactic's number less non-game. Let's hear it.
A non-game, yeah. I really
Yeah,
struggled. I just
Not-
gotta list them all the games I actually non-22 games I completed in 2022, which was
Oh, shit.
Persona 5,
Oh,
Xenoblade Chronicles Torna, Future Connected,
really good.
Monster Hunter Rise, Bravely Default 2, and Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Those are the ones I completed. A game I started late 2022 and I'm still playing now is Pillars of Eternity. I'm not going to count it because I've played the majority of it in 2023. Out of those games I named, fuck, I'm gonna go with Kingdom Battle,
Mm.
right? Because I struggled with it at first. I didn't say I struggled. I hit a difficulty. You get to the ghost level and the ghosts are disappearing everywhere. They're fucking bastards, man. They were. I really struggled, so I stopped. And then for some reason, you like pick up a game and go back and play it, and then you just click and you can just rinse it. That's what happened with Kingdom Battle, and I fucking loved it. I couldn't get off it. I thought it was like a rare game in terms of the comedy and stuff. You know, the opera singing rabbit and all that stuff, and you know, graphically as we know, like you say, it's like a Saturday morning cartoon. It was just hilarious, and I actually enjoyed the rabbits for the change. There you go, Rob. You happy? Yeah.
Would you say it would be on your top 5 of this year if it came out this year?
No.
I like how straightforward. I love how straightforward it was.
All right.
They're really serious.
I love how straightforward he was.
All right. Well, so the next person is Robert. All right. Let's hear it. Myself. So, my best non-game of 2022.
There were so many.
There was a lot that I played.
Every game you played.
I'm not counting the 2021 games, even though technically it's essentially games I played on the backlog, which would be The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, which I know I
Liar.
fuck the horse or
You're
some
lying.
shit, you know,
You didn't
whatever.
fuck the
maybe I'll
horse.
do Mass
You
Effect.
always fuck the horse, man.
Maybe I'm mixing it with Mass Effect or something.
He's
but
only saying that so we'll get off his back about Epona.
at the end of the day,
Really, he doesn't care about her.
that was a game that legit I felt to my core, and I obviously have a whole video on it, all my discussion on that, but just like it felt like, you know, a lot of people were like, oh, it feels very dated, but I didn't even think about that wise. It just felt like a fantastic experience and adventure to play. Like it genuinely felt like you were on an adventure, you know, turn into going for adult Link and stuff, and just seeing the aftermath and shit. It was just so incredible, and the dungeons are so damn good, and you know, the whole the atmosphere for each dungeon, the variety of it is actually absolutely incredible. You know, the title, the music is something you can hear any day of the week and you'll recognize it from where it's from. Even if you
Especially
haven't played
those
game.
the hoof sounds from Epona.
Yeah.
Amazing.
On the title screen, and then other than that, I don't really remember any of that. But yeah, and
Where'd you
yeah,
play
No,
it?
no interrupting. Let him finish.
Operator
Wow.
Time,
He
didn't know.
played himself.
Where'd you
Yeah,
play it?
saved
Where'd you
himself.
play it?
Wii U.
Wii U. That's right. That's right.
So the next person is Juice, and if it was on my, if I
Between
played, honestly, even though I haven't played majority of 2022 games, I'm sure by the end of it, I'm sure it'd be on my top 10 for sure. But yeah.
All right, so in 2022, the old games I played were Bloodborne, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Demon Souls, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 Remake, Nier Automata, Jedi Fallen Order, and Journey.
Some big games.
Don't you dare! Do you not
Runner-up.
dare
Demon-
not say Cyberpunk?
Runner-up, Demon Souls. I didn't start Cyberpunk till this year.
Oh.
Okay.
Runner-up is
Fair
Demon
enough.
All that aggression
Souls.
for nothing, man.
And the winner of my best non-2022 game that I started and finished in 2022 was Bloodborne.
I knew that was gonna happen.
I
Oh,
wish-
Because he beat it so fucking easily.
Yeah, it was a cakewalk.
Yeah.
I wish people had described the game better to me years when it came out. All they would have had to say is like Resident Evil 4 vibes with a big interconnected world with tons of exploration, and I would have bought it. But everyone's like, "Oh, it's really hard. When you die, you lose everything." That's how it was described to me over and over. I don't know why they thought that. All you lose is your blood, whatever the currency is in that
All
game.
you lose is your blood.
Amazing. Amazing
Simple
game, man. I
sacrifice.
was every nook and cranny. I'm searching. I find this ladder goes down into the sewer, and then I get through the sewer and I come up and I unlock a door from like close to the beginning. So now I have a shortcut. But amazing game. I think you started that too early, man.
Like, I just like you.
You started that before I started talking.
No, I didn't start listening, and then they kind of
Get
started
into it. You
interrupting
gotta
a bit.
get into it.
But that's why we can't interrupt each other.
Call foul.
But time is very precious. So we got next is a Sandstorm. And then let's hear what you think. What is?
Mine was Cyberpunk. It wasn't really. The two that I had. Oh my gosh, now I forgot. Shin Megami Tensei 5. And the greatest. I don't care what Juice says. The greatest From Software game ever. As in series. Lost Kingdom. Stop it.
Oh.
The one that I'm gonna pick though is Shin Megami Tensei 5.
No, you picked the wrong one. No.
I know I did. But
Damn.
this is a time to speak on a game that nobody truly
When did that
really
come
tried
out?
to play.
21.
last
21
21.
November.
It's
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
to buy
20
list. My to buy list.
I
Yeah,
have it. I
it's
just
on
need
it.
to play it.
I'm almost
Absolutely amazing
Same.
game, man. Absolutely amazing game. I love the animations and the style that they went with. Really like the end game content and really trying to challenge yourself by trying to get pretty much every monster that you possibly can, as well as all the quests to get the secret ending, which is it depends. It could be underwhelming or it could be very dope. Depends on who you are. So yes. But very much honorable mention to Lost Kingdoms because that game is goated and nobody can tell me otherwise.
All right.
Where's my clap at? I felt like I went exactly.
Yeah.
Oh no, you didn't. You had 7 seconds.
Give him a clap.
You talk longer than me.
You were too efficient. You were too efficient.
He's begging for the clap. No, people begging.
I'm not getting it. Don't give him the clap. Hey man. Hey yo.
the next
Call
person.
the doctor.
Terrell, I'm gonna start up 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the games I played that weren't 2022 games was Kingdom Hearts 2, Undertale, Final Fantasy 6, Psychonauts 1, Psychonauts 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition and Future Connected, and DMC 4. I really,
Right one. You
I'm
best
be real
pick
with
the
you.
right
I'm
one.
be real with you. I really wanted to give it to Undertale. I really wanted to give it to Undertale,
No, you
and I'm
didn't. No, you didn't.
great one.
and I'm excluding Kingdom Hearts 2 because that's not the first time I played it.
All right.
I am giving it 2A2 though. I'm giving it to Psychonauts 2.
Oh,
That
fantastic.
game,
Why she's obsessed?
You
That
just
makes
named
it like-
5 games that were not Final Fantasy VI.
I know. I listen.
Oh yeah, that you played it this year. What the fuck? It's true.
Listen. I fuck with Final Fantasy 6. Don't ever get it twisted. But Psychonauts 2 to me was an experience. And it
Yeah,
was such a vast improvement on the first game. It's a very interesting, like, psychological game to just sit there and dissect and, like, talk about the mental state of the characters. And I actually genuinely believe the game is just a charm to go through. My only issue is it runs a little long towards the latter half of it, but other than that, it's absolutely goated. I low-key wanted to put it, I don't know if I'd say that. I probably would have put it like top 10. I would have probably put it top 10, but it's a really good game. Double Fine, you did your thing. GG's. People go buy it, except for it was like $70 like a few
It
weeks
is a
ago.
really good game. I believe it truly. Psychonauts 2 is a really good game that I played in 2021. All right, so,
Don't put that in my face, Doctor! Don't put it in my face, Doctor!
Same.
I will say I gotta ask because I've been asked about it. Forgot to ask. Sandstorm, would you put that in your top 5 if it came out this
He
year?
said no.
Oh, you said no. Oh, my bad.
Didn't he?
Juice.
Oh no, was that Sandstorm or Clocked
Oh.
It? Sorry,
no,
it was,
no.
that was
I
Clocked
was
It.
saying something. If it came out this year.
Look at that
would
man's
Sandstorm-
hand.
No, I was thinking Clocked
would
It.
you
Because he ain't
Yeah,
got time for it.
Yeah,
say
because
yeah?
my number 5 was I would move it into my number 5.
Okay. And how about you, Juice? Bloodborne, top 5?
Where do you think it would land?
Number
Yes,
fucking one, it'd have to.
It would be
It'd have
it'd
to
be
honest, probably be number 1,
Yeah.
right?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay.
Damn.
And
Oh,
I
this
was
number-
quoted. You guys, I told you I would put Bloodborne ahead of all but 2 GameCube games.
That's right.
And
That's
I
right.
meant
yeah,
it.
Yeah, yeah. And then what about you, Terrell? Would you put
Wow.
that at
No,
Psychonauts in
no.
your top 5?
Not top 5, no.
All right. So last person is T
Because it's not Final Fantasy 6. That's
for non 2022 game. Let's hear it.
I ain't got
What?
time for your shit, Clocked.
If you would like to answer this one, Mr. Terminator Juice, tell the boys what my favorite non-2022 game is.
Oh shit!
Why'd you
I
do
just gave you the
that?
layup, bro.
Can I
He
guess?
wasn't
Can I
he
guess?
wasn't prepared.
Is
Go
it
ahead,
Star
Robert.
Wars? Star Wars?
Yes. Star
Oh,
Wars
yeah,
Jedi
Fallen
Order, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was my favorite.
Damn.
I have way too many games to list and games that I played in
Let your
2022.
ass out.
Because thank you to Steam Deck for allowing that to happen. I've had so many games. Like honorable mention would be Mad Max. It's
Mhm.
totally not a forgotten game that almost nobody played. Great
Hey, I
game.
enjoyed Mad Max. I got it on
Uh,
Steam. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that going on because I was playing on the Steam Deck and I saw that you had previously played it, so that's cool. But Fallen Order was great. I mean, I'm not a Soulsborne person yet, anyway, and people say that it feels a lot like I think is it Bloodborne or maybe just Demon Souls? I don't know, one of the two. But it has kind of mechanics from that. And I enjoyed it. I love the boss battles were great, especially that final boss battle made me want to punch my mother. But I finally got through it, and it felt great when you finally beat that boss. That you just say that's impossible. It was great. I want to play through it again on a higher difficulty. It was a great game. So yeah,
Damn, right on the dot, yo. That's impressive. That was actually on my 2019 top 10 list. It would probably go down by 1 because of Ring Fit Adventure, but life goes on. And then essentially, yeah. So that's non-2022. Hey man, even the host got into it. That was quite the event.
I got some
So
thoughts
the-
real quick.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me again. 2 minutes.
The only
Yeah,
thing Fallen Order took from the Souls was the resting or meditating, and then the enemies respawn. Everything else about
Sure.
it,
Yeah, I agree.
I could see some influence, but that's about the only thing that they really, I would say, did. And then just in comparison, I played 3 From Software games all in 2022. That's the first
Yeah.
time I played any of the games, and I played Fallen Order. And I said it before, I think Fallen Order, it's going for a different style, but as far as like the boss fights and combat, like I feel like it's such a distant I don't know, redheaded stepchild compared to
I don't
like
know, bro.
Bloodborne, Elden Ring, and Demon
Compared to like
Souls.
choosing Psychonauts over Final Fantasy
What?
6.
No, I don't think anybody's saying it's exactly.
No, I'm saying, like,
But it has some remnants.
Going from those games to Fallen Order, I thought the boss fights were pretty lame, to be honest. Like,
Did you finish it?
yeah, that final boss, like, just there wasn't a lot of creativity to it. I was kind of over it at that point, but you know,
I'll also
That's how I
say,
felt.
Did you cheese
Uh,
the final boss?
Psychonauts 2, Terrell, I really great game. I thought it was fantastic. I would definitely agree. I really enjoyed Fallen Order a lot. Like I said, I put it on my 2019 list, my top 10. I think it was number 6 or number 7. Like I said, it probably would have slipped to number 8 if I would have finished every 2019 game when I did that list. But I really enjoyed it personally. But I really enjoyed.
Bro, when that dude
Surprise
shows up at the
yourself.
end, that dude shows up at the
that
end.
was cool.
Bro, that was like a horror movie, bro. That was
sure.
frightening.
Surprised
But,
I got no argument on the greatest software game of all time. I thought
How
I
can
haven't
I argue
played
it?
it,
I've never
but
played
this
it.
dude's been recommending it to me for.
I think
well, they
only
didn't
3 of
recommend
us
it.
have played
I
it
recommended it to myself.
ah
What are you talking about from Dreamcast?
Lost Kingdom.
what? No,
Lost Kingdom. That's from Software for making a GameCube exclusive title. Now that's them.
And Fallen
That's
Order
incredible.
is part of PlayStation Plus, the basic
So-
PlayStation Plus. For
That is
those
true.
that have a PlayStation.
So now, we're talking the finale, people. We're talking the big one, the one, the only, the game of the year. We have 6 people, or wait, my bad, 5 people here. wait, hold on. Am I doing
6.
that? No, there's 6 people. Yeah, hold
No,
on.
you got it.
I was
Robert
like, wait
can't
a
count.
minute. We got 6. Yes, we got 6 people to do number 1 for game of the year. Gonna be a bunch of different opinions, but I feel there's gonna be a few crossovers. I'll be curious.
I don't think so.
I guess yeah.
I think there's gonna be 6 different answers.
Surprises, especially from
6 different
Yeah.
answers.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I guess it might be.
I
this
know
might be the
nobody
first
picked the one I
time-
picked.
But this is the first time this year. If there's, I think every year there's always been some overlap in some way, but I think this might be the first year where genuinely, potentially, everyone will have a different answer. And so we're gonna do 2 minutes on the clock, so you can kind of spread your love cheeks all over these number
Yeah,
1
well,
games.
jeez.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
That was very sexual.
You can talk all you want. So
Spread
number
your love
1,
cheeks.
spread them cheeks. Clogged it. Let's hear it.
I'm first, am I? Shit.
Venom!
Come on, there's no damn surprise. Let's go. Xenoblade 3.
Hey.
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for me, I think, is a modern day JRPG classic for me.
Those are 2 minutes. Let's go.
I know, I'm wasting time already.
Just tell how
Yeah,
much.
my
Just
per-
say
it's
how
my
much
personal
better it is
favorite.
than 2.
Well, it's my personal favorite Xenoblade. Like I said, I've already declared. I think it's got the best cast of characters. It's one of the rare RPGs where every single character gels so well, and you're interested in each of their stories. And as we know, you got the sub stories of other heroes and stuff like that. I think in terms of a JRPG, it is important to stress. A lot of people don't like to stress the term JRPG. It's not an RPG; it's a JRPG, and I think it nails everything in terms of the anime side of it. The peak fucking villain. There's moments in here where I legit had goosebumps, and I was ready to. I was almost screaming at the screen at times, just thinking, "Don't do this! Please don't do this! Holy fucking shit!" Goosebump moments. The ending left me in one of those mental positions where it actually, Xenoblade as a series, I feel actually helps your life in terms of its dialogue and how it approaches dire situations in life. And I think Xenoblade actually excels at that, where you're thrown into odds that are all against you, and there's always a hope. There's always a hope, and they somehow pull through. So I just, I fucking loved it. Absolutely fucking loved it. And my kids are playing it again as well now. I'm slowly making my way, back through it. I just don't know what more you could want from a JRPG. Grand adventure, great characters, great battle system, great music.
Congratulations to Microsoft, Nintendo.
Great.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 wins Kraken's Game of the Year 2022.
Even without anime titties, it still was his game of the year.
Damn. So next person is
Sorry, Troy.
Retro Death.
Is we done end?
Game of the Year, man. Let's hear it.
So my number one game of the year is for once, I think Clock and I had like 3 similar games. Maybe it's like 4 now. I don't know. Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
shit.
It's like I love this game so much.
You made T cut his camera off. Look at you.
It was so good. He made T run away.
You made T run away in fear.
Go on, Retro, get on with it.
I like how the game just
Man.
instantly from the start of the game is like fucking intense. It's instantly intense. The story, I like how they develop it and everything. The way these friends are all bonding together to struggle to survive in this world. How every character, like what Clock said, has his backstory. The heroes, the hero quests have fucking more backstory than the Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm sorry, they do. Like, it's just fucking amazing. Like, I like it. For one of the first times ever, you have like a main character like Noah, who's just a fucking goddamn badass from the start. This military strategist who's just like good at what he does in combat. He's smart. He's there for his friends and stuff. You're not watching some goofy idiot bumbling around and all that kind of shit. Just visually, the world is amazing. I mentioned the music before. It's fucking perfect. The soundtrack. I don't know what people are thinking when they say this has no music. Like Batman. I don't know. This fucking soundtrack is goddamn god tier. Like the character interactions, the music, the battle style. I like the battle system. I like how the battle system is evolved yet simplified. Like it's easier to understand compared to the Blades in 2 and everything. The world is setting up, the story. Like there's moments where I'm like, I've been shaking from the story. You're like, holy fucking shit, and like goosebumps and stuff. And like characters like waking force, and you're sitting there like fucking shit. Like this game is a fucking roller coaster from beginning to end. It's goddamn perfect. And probably one of my top 20 favorite games of all time. Like no question about it.
Beautiful.
All right. Hey, not bad. Hey, congrats to another Game of the Year grabbed from another person. Retro Death, Xenoblade Chronicles 3,
incorrect.
Microsoft/Nintendo. That's another Game of the Year secured for them. All right. So next person is Juice.
All right,
Oh,
so
yeah, 3,
there's
2,
no
1.
surprise here, obviously. Elden Ring, my second From Software game, the best From Software game that I played. 175 hours. I'm level 181 on my New Game Plus. I'm about almost halfway through. On my second playthrough, I played 2 to 3 hours today. Today I found a cave I didn't find the first time, and the last time I played a couple days ago, I found 3 caves I hadn't found didn't find on my first playthrough. Just amazing. It is, to me, without a doubt, the best experience in gaming since Breath of the Wild. So I don't know what else I can say that will praise it higher than that. It's got difficult bosses. There's some frustration at times. There's some spikes and just enemies that just, for my play style, were just like really hard. I just had to go grind, level up. But it's easy to grind because there's so much to do. There's so many different directions to go. It's not like you're just repeating the same areas. That'd be the one negative of like Bloodborne, is to level up, you just got to replay the same sections over and over. That's all you can do. In this, you can go off. You open a chest and it warps you somewhere, or you go through. There's a portal you can choose and it takes you some distant part of the map, and then you're like, man, I'm way under leveled, but I'm gonna give it a go. And you just work your way through. The sense of accomplishment, the boss battles. I mean, there's so many moves. These bosses have so many damn moves. You might not even see a move again, like till like 3-4 deaths later. You're like, shit, I forgot about that move. And just really cool sense of discovery, the exploration. I would say the only negative, quote unquote, would just be the caves. Got a little repetitive, redundant after a while. There's some that are just kind of rinse and repeat. Great game, From Software.
Am I right?
Bandai Namco, multi-plat.
From Software
If you're a Switch only person, I feel sorry for you because you can't play it.
Elden Ring
Damn good
securing
choice.
a game of the year from Juice. That is a big one. So next one we
Damn
got
good
is
choice.
Sandstorm.
Mm.
Let's hear your game of the year, man.
All right, it's time to put the cap on who's number one. I thank you for my predecessors coming through, selecting what they needed to select, because it is obviously Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Damn, I
That's
thought you
just
already
how it
said
is.
that one.
Nope, I have not, and that's how it's just
Yeah,
gonna be,
yeah.
baby. Because Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is amazing, absolutely amazing.
Fucking go.
And like Retro said, it hits you right
Take
at
that,
the
Terrell.
beginning. You're like, my heart and soul. I feel for these people. I don't even know your name, and I feel for it's such a deep game, emotionally, and how I usually judge which is the best game, for me personally, is if I'm playing a game throughout the week and then I look down and be like, I already put in 80 hours in this game, but I'm only on chapter 2. What happened? That's how I know it's a good game. That's what if a game can capture you to the point where you can't even remember when you started or how you started or where you were at in the storyline for that matter, and you're just exploring the world and just having all this fun, that has to be a game that has to be in your tops regardless. And this was that game, on top of having characters that are amazing and having the villain and the story that is absolutely amazing. Easter eggs, I don't even know all of them, but I know when I see an Easter egg and I catch it and I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, he froze.
That's that guy in Smash.
That was like the perfect time as well.
It froze again for a second. It froze up for a second.
You pulled the T, you froze on
great.
us.
Every time.
That's three, Lenny. That's three
Somebody.
times.
It has to be somebody. It was you.
Every time you catch somebody, or every time you catch an Easter egg in that game, it's always monumental, and you're like, oh my gosh, it all makes sense, and like, just all runs through your brain.
Xenoblade. That's T's. That's gonna be T's number one.
Three game of the year. What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Fucking go.
You don't see that as a Game Award.
Take that,
Keelan.
Psycho Nuts.
Take that, Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I was just saying, no, there's Green Overlord, I guess, but yeah, no, I guess, all right, there's definitely overlap this time. So we got the next person is Terrell.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my
Number one.
goodness.
Here we go.
I'm gonna write it down because I think I
All
know.
right, now so listen, if you know me and we've had conversations and you know the games I played, you know which game has not come up on my list.
Yep.
And here's the thing, it's not no Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but
Yeah.
it is a number
with the
3 of a
black-
game.
Oh, really?
Black,
It
yeah.
is a number 3 of a game. Now
That's a
listen,
good choice, man. Good
listen,
choice.
ladies and gentlemen, listen. I understand there's been some controversy about some voice actresses, and I don't give a fuck about any of that, okay? I came here to play with Brave Cereza, who ain't no little girl no more. She a grown-ass woman, make her own choices. Let her live her life, all right? Motherfuckers, listen. We got our non-stop action. We got our disrespectful protagonists. We got some fucking amazing boss fights and some amazing combat. Had a patch that made shit even better. Some very fucking unique weapons. I'm running around hitting people with a clock. I don't give a fuck what's going on. What time is it? Clock it. Tell them what time it is. You fuck- Listen. I may have my issues with a young girl, but she's young. She's working on it. She can turn to a bad bitch in one game. That's all it takes. All right. Listen, and I want you to understand something. Sonic is this fucking. My hands are touching. This fucking close. But that ass though, I can't. I couldn't say no.
It's a good choice.
It's a good
She
game.
said, remember me?
A
You
week
remember
from
this?
now, it's gonna be
Remember-
Sonic.
It's so close. They make Sonic a little thicker. We might have to have a conversation. Until then, the witch is queen. She's still out here slaying demons. Let's go. I'm fucking
Damn
out
good
this
choice.
bitch.
Can I ask you a
At the
question?
last second, hey, shout out Bayonetta 3,
Shout
Platinum
out to
Games,
Bayonetta's ass.
Nintendo. Get
Let that
ass. Get nuts. That is incredible. That is incredible. Hey, Game Awards. We got the final one, and it is Mrs. T.
Was
Let us
that
hear
random?
It was. I'm not even joking.
Wow, that's
That's
funny.
crazy. It's crazy.
Obviously, because we're playing this game.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but yeah, it's
That's
funny.
funny
man.
that I ended up being last. That's...
All right, so yeah, you go last. So it's
Anybody
fine. All
got
right,
a guess?
here it goes.
I'm guessing Pentiment.
We've already guessed.
So yeah, we already
All right, yeah,
guessed
okay,
it.
you already guessed. All right,
3, 2,
so
1.
this game, man, gave me the flipping feels. I don't know. It was a nostalgia year for me or something. I don't know, because I was talking about Grapple Dog and the music and whatnot. Here's my goatee, bro. Live Alive, motherfuckers! Live Alive.
That's what I thought
It's like
Terrell's
end of
was
the
gonna
year.
be.
It was my
And-
number 6. My number 6.
Who saw it? I
You
mean,
shitting me? What
Yes.
the fuck?
yes, Live Alive. This
Gotcha.
game, bro. This game, I teared up playing this game. Not because there's some sad stuff. It's just because it transported me right back to Super Nintendo, just like that era of RPG. That it just obviously that's what the game came from. I'm counting it because even though it kind of doesn't count, we never got it. You know, only Japan got this game, and this is obviously a remake of it.
I
So
count full remakes, man. I don't care.
I count this because
It's a game that never released in the
we
West.
never
man.
got it. It never released over here. So
Mhm.
I heard about it. I knew about it, but we never got it here. So I'm counting it. Being able to play as 8 different characters and being like the gameplay in each section is so different. This game is not supposed to work, but it works somehow. Like to be able to play a game where you're playing 8 different ways from 8 different characters. Like that's insane. There's a freaking you play as a character, you can't even talk. There's no dialogue, but it still works so well.
That was my favorite
Bro.
one.
Yeah, right. Like it's such a good game, bro. Like, and you can play it the way you want. You can go which character you want to start with. It's up to you. The music is great. Obviously, the 2D HD 2D is that what it's called? It's
Yeah.
fantastic. I think it got a little bit mired because of the other HD 2D game that came out, Triangle Strategy. But
Live Alive, man.
Live
Shout out
Alive.
to Square Enix.
it feels, man. It feels.
Crazy. That is quite the game. Live Alive. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to playing it. But we're gonna do another 2-minute discussion. You know, if anyone
go
has any
more.
ideas, would any
I just
let's-
want to shout out Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Like I said, the best story and characters in the franchise. Like for those that
Yeah,
said
Terrell.
that
Yeah.
fucking story, that ending, my God, like it actually made sense too. It wasn't just
Oh, it was like I said, but
Mhm.
The usual
not
convoluted.
not
Mm-mm.
speaking anything on it. It was just I've watched this so many times.
let's just say
Staggering amount of
fingers,
times.
I'm not- I
fingers
don't-
reaching.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nothing.
Fingers
Nothing.
connected, baby.
I don't need to
Fingers
hear any
connected.
connecting or
Hey,
anything.
Terrell,
This is,
what happened? What happened at the end of Bayonetta? What did we find out about her? Did we find out something about her?
Hold on, we
Yo,
don't need to spoil it.
don't do that. Hey, don't do that. Hey,
we got-
hey, man. Hey,
Did
man.
we find out something about her?
We found out she a bad bitch. She's the baddest bitch across dimensions, baby.
Did we-
She
did
out-
we
Just do the
figure out
dance,
her
just do the
preference?
dance.
I was just curious about her preference.
About her what?
About her preference. I was
She
unsure
prefers
if she
killing
had-
fucking anything that bothers her.
The preference is that she's not some weird headcanon people thought she was.
So what you're saying is because you don't care for Little Cereza, is that you're not playing that other little game that's coming out.
Yeah, don't worry.
What
That
game?
little
What
spin-off game.
That was the best part of the whole game. What do you
I'm
mean?
gonna let y'all have that.
What else?
I'm out.
It's only $60. Great.
$60? Oh,
Shit.
never
Hey, man.
mind.
Game Pass, baby. Game Pass. Go,
$6.
go, go.
It's a Nintendo game. Or is it- I'm guessing it's-
I clearly need to get Game Pass and a Steam Deck. Shit, man.
What time is it? Let me know, man.
I tell you
I
what
didn't
it
know
is.
it
It's
came
Final
called.
Fantasy 6 time, motherfucker. Stay on the floor.
I'm curious to find out who
All right, well, that was
won the
We
game.
can keep going.
Leave it on the floor.
Oh yeah, who won the game?
I had 3
Who won?
points, I guess.
I have
High on
3
Life,
points as
Oh,
well.
yeah,
The
so
Plague
how
Tale, and
did
Mario plus
that go?
Rabbids.
I had 1.
I have 3 points.
Wow, which ones?
Hold
I
on,
have
wait,
Mario and Rabbids is in there, and I have Tunic and on the right spot Tunic.
where the hell I pick?
Oh,
Okay,
All
so
right, so you got 2
we have to
Wait,
come up with a
Tunic-
tiebreaker.
Wait,
Um,
Tunic. What else?
I only got-
You had Mario and Rabbids.
Mario
and-
Rabbits.
I only
And
have
what
one.
else?
And then he got
I have
Tunic and Tunic
on the
right
right
in the
spot. I had
order.
it on the 3rd spot, so I got 2 points.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
you
wait,
need-
how
you
many
need
did
to do
you
a quick
post, do you
tiebreaker,
think?
T.
Wait, yeah, what's? Oh, that's right. So what would be? Okay,
It's
So
also
it was Juice
retro and
and
juice.
What's your-
Retro?
Juice and
What's your
retro.
most excited game for
Choose the
2023? No, that's too
too
easy.
easy.
That's too easy. That's
Okay,
way
no, no.
too easy.
Okay,
That's
okay,
way
okay. How,
too
let's see. What would be? Let's see. Shit.
What is your number 4th most anticipated game?
Oh man.
He probably don't even know.
All
How
right.
about
Here we go. Favorite game of all time.
what did that?
Ooh.
Favorite game
I
of-
guess I could complain.
Well,
It's
it should
retro
be
and
an
juice,
answer
right?
that we're definitely gonna. One of us will definitely get right. You know, like you gotta ask it in a way that we're not just grasping at straws, because we could be wrong.
Okay.
Both be wrong.
Pick 2 options. This or this. This or this.
No, no, no. 'Cause
That's way,
that's
that makes it way too. That's 50-50. That's like.
Just whoever wants to buzz in, then it, and then you
Might as
know.
well just flip a coin.
Could do
whoever
that.
buzz in, just-
I'll flip a coin to see who goes.
Or we could
first.
think about
Okay,
it. We could think.
on.
You could think.
grab
Hold on, I
coin.
got a coin. I got an SD
Oh, you
card.
got one. Okay.
I got an SD card. You want
SD card.
That's just as good.
All right, wait. Pick sides.
Uh,
Get your tails there, guys.
Chip
is it
side.
the
Chip
sand
side.
disc part
take
or
the-
the
I'll
the,
take-
the not
Chip side.
the chip part?
I'll take the chip side.
I'll take the art,
Okay, that's heads,
dude.
Hold on.
bruh.
You
I was
might
gonna say,
land
that
this-
was the worst flip.
It is. You
Can't-
see it?
no.
It's a chip part.
Okay.
All right.
So you
retro.
want to guess your favorite game of all time?
No, I think
I'm
that
gonna
was just
say
for the
Ocarina of
who's the
Time,
winner,
man,
wasn't
I
it?
don't know.
No,
No.
no.
No, it's you gotta get a.
The winner gets to pick. Go first, and who?
Oh,
who my
okay.
favorite
Yes.
game-
No, yeah, I got to now pick first your favorite game of all time, right? That's
Yes.
it. I'm gonna guess Ocarina of Time.
Okay, Juice.
Really?
That's what I was gonna say.
no, oh my gosh! Guess another one. Then. Guess another one.
Then you have to
Keep
say
Going-
Majora's
going
Mask.
until
Unless you
got
can,
it.
unless you can. Well, I didn't want to. I didn't know the rules. Can I, knowing that
No, just
wasn't
keep-
right, can I say what I would think would be the second? Like,
Yeah. Well.
All
yeah,
right.
just,
if
guess
you
what- guess
replied
another one.
or you reacted like that wasn't right, I didn't want to just. I didn't know if I could just
Well,
steal.
was
it.
Well, I
Wait,
was
was
trying to. I was trying to.
Let me
you know,
do another
you know?
question, right? Let me do another question.
I didn't want to
Right,
influence.
for T, and this will flatten it out. How many N64 games does T own? Do you know how many
Okay,
N64
that's great.
games you own
That's
in
a good
total?
one. Whoever comes closest wins.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Okay,
can do that, but first I
Price
want
is
to
Right
know if I
numbers.
was
Price is
right or
numbers.
not.
Price is right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's why.
So I mean, he was
you're both
right. So
That's why we're doing this. You're both right.
Oh, okay. I
The
didn't.
problem
But that's why
is
we
that
flipped, technically.
but he flipped, and
well.
I would say Retro got it. He had the right to guess first, and he got it right.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
guessed the same game,
But-
so he had to guess.
It's like
That's
NFL.
why you flipped.
You
That's
gotta
why
get
guessed.
it.
yeah, that's
You
why
gotta
we
get a
flipped it.
chance
He
to
gets-
rebuttal.
He gets, you
All
got
right,
to
all
guess
right, all
gotta
right.
get
So,
a chance
so
to
do the
rebuttal.
N64 games, but do Price is Right
Well,
rules.
Retro won. That's what we're
I
saying.
think Retro won.
Retro wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of the day,
That's how you wanna play it.
you flipped it. He got the chance to guess
No,
first.
like even in
and he got it
football,
right.
they don't do that shit. You don't win from the coin toss. That's not fair. You
No.
gotta, the other guy got to get a chance too. So
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's how I
yeah.
roll.
We gotta come up with a better. Let's come up with off camera. But
Damn,
Yeah.
what you know? We gotta
Ov-
settle it right now.
overall, I would say for me it was one of the better 2020 or better years in gaming.
Wait, why don't you? Guys
Dude,
do
we
out
can
there
settle
too?
it off the damn camera. Let's wrap this up. So, how'd you
we'll
guys-
do the winner next week? Next week.
how'd you guys feel about 2022? I thought it was one of the better years in gaming in a long time.
I like video games.
I had a rough 2022. I wish I had more time to play more games because there was a lot of good games released.
Yeah,
So,
it
across
was
all
pretty
platforms.
surprising. It was pretty surprising.
I mean,
well, all platforms
quantity
except for
wise-
Xbox.
maybe quantity wise it wasn't up to some years, but as far as like for me, like the quality I felt was up
I didn't
there.
pick up half the games I wanted to pick up, man. I still
Yeah,
wanted
I
to play
didn't.
Elden Ring.
My
so
list
fucking
is
bad.
staggering. My list is staggering.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I played like 7
more to
older
play.
games, and three of them were amazing. I had over almost 300 hours on Switch, over 500 hours on PS5. So I was looking forward to.
Kind of makes you realize why a lot of people move their games back this year to next year.
Yeah, it would have been
was a lot.
ridiculous.
Because they weren't done.
Well, I mean, you know that too. They're finished. They just want to take a little time for extra
I
polish.
think there's
Is that
also something to
terrible
be.
management skills.
I think there's something to be said about putting it in the right spot too. So
That
what?
matters, yeah.
Because
People were talking about like they're talking about Starlink now. They're Starfield, and like, do you want to put it out around Zelda? I don't think so. Like,
No.
even though it's a Game Pass game, okay,
Yeah.
those people are gonna have the game anyway. But you want people beyond the Game Pass subscribers. You want other people to either purchase Game Pass or buy the game outright. So you don't want to put it around a big game like that. So yeah, that matters.
That was something that you and you guys talked about too, is Zelda and Pokemon, and they moved Zelda out. You know, that was like they would never move Zelda out for Pokemon. That's not cannibalistic.
They should have moved Pokemon out and give it more time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Terrell, I'm shocked. I still think deep in your heart, Sonic is number 1.
Bro, I thought Pokemon.
Wow.
Oh no,
blew my mind.
that Juice. I want to make this perfectly clear. I only kept it because that's how I wrote it originally, but it was very close to being switched.
Well, I know why Pokemon
Like, you know-
wasn't, because I mean, you only had like 70 hours in it instead of like 300.
Compared to 100.
Well, to be fair, the game's only been out for like a couple months.
Yeah, but
It's not
Sword
like
and Shield, I feel like by the time we did the game of the year, you had like 200-300 hours into it.
I had 120, I think. And when it came out, after I like the first few months, and then I got them up to like 400 and something, I think.
Holy
Before I
shit!
said-
What the hell? That's
Remember, it had
nuts.
DLC and I played it a lot. I like that.
Remember,
Yeah.
that game is
Yeah.
100 hours.
Supposedly
long.
Elden
Jesus
Ring's
Christ.
getting DLC. Does From Software charge for DLC?
Yes.
Okay. I know, like,
Yeah, like
Wow.
isn't CD
the
Projekt
old
Red
hunters
just
get
must be the one
or
that gives
whatever.
it out? Who doesn't CD Projekt Red just release free?
Wait, that's true. Wait, did you ever maybe think about doing the DLC for Bloodborne? Apparently, it's really good.
I might.
Yo,
I've
yo,
heard-
time.
I'm-
the
I'm
old,
a- I'm
the
a-
old
I'm a
Hunter
fr-
DLC is fucking gangster. You gotta play it.
I am afraid of that DLC personally.
It's
I
hard
have-
as fuck.
I got
haven't
a
even-
question. My favorite video game console, not N64. Second favorite. Pick a number from 1 to 10. Juice. Pick.
What?
7.
Pick a
All
number.
right, and pick
Retro.
retro.
A number from 1 to 10?
Yeah.
2.
The number is 8. Juice. What's my second favorite console of all time?
Sega Saturn.
Man, he won it! He won it! No.
High as fuck. Look at this.
But technically, by football rules, whatever you say, you want to give it. Hit
Yeah,
That's double overtime.
Give it a hit.
Double
We
overtime.
got to do a
I'll
box
do
art
that.
game. Box art game for the tiebreaker.
Yeah, maybe you gotta do the box art game. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But,
Box art? I don't even know that shit, bro.
No, like the box art game that we.
But
do.
anyway, it's good
yeah.
game.
Oh,
year
yeah,
in
yeah.
gaming. Good podcast. We had quite a few different games. We
Yeah.
might go back and tally up all the different games that were
I
mentioned
was
tonight.
I was just doing that actually. I was doing that.
I really thought you really had me, Mario plus Rabbids. You mentioned multiple. Oh man, this
Oh,
this
that's
my
what it was,
this
I
my
forgot.
game of the year right here. And
Until I.
Shit, this is why I knew
Did
Never
that
trust
one.
his word.
D and I talked
No,
about
you
that
don't
one
never
in
trust
person.
it. I got to a point where I was just like, I like it a lot, but
and
It's
I
not.
D and I have the
quite-
same
yeah.
issue with it. The
Top
fact
tier.
that they changed the battle system
Yeah.
is what holds it back. The
That
fact-
bothered me a lot more than I thought
Yeah.
it would.
Damn.
I love that box art, Terrell.
You
That is
love this box art.
so I'm okay. I'm looking at my
I
5
don't need to see
games.
Link's ass, bro.
Best
I
box
love
art.
Back up. Back up, Robert. Pop.
The best box art out of my top 5 games of the year. It's between these two right here, and I'm gonna
It's Elden Ring.
I'm gonna
probably.
give it to this one.
The best box
Whoa.
art.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say I like that one better.
That's good box art. Elden Rings is good too, but worst box
Not
art
much
of the
going on
year,
there.
unfortunately.
Damn, man, what you mean?
I like Terrell's.
Worst of the year?
I like
Worst of
Terrell's
the
well
year?
out of
That's
my
a little
games.
That's a little disrespectful.
What?
That's a
I
little
thought that looks
disrespectful.
pretty badass.
I don't love it, but worst of the year. That's
It's just
Let's-
it's
let's-
a good
let's not end
concept.
on
It
this
just looks
disrespect.
it almost looks like
It's just the Pokemon standing.
it almost
every
looked like they
single time.
did an internet search for
Let's just-
JPEG.
let's
Yeah,
just-
but he doesn't
President.
have that game.
Let's
to be
end
fair.
on a positive note.
Yeah.
That over
Yes.
the Juice is Loose, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is the overall game of the year.
overall goat. The overall goat.
Technically, by numbers wise, I counted 5 nominations. I don't know if I miscounted for someone.
So are me and Clocked the only ones that played Elden Ring, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Congratulations
And out of
to
that-
Retro Death
wait,
for
did
knowing
anyone-
me,
did
knowing me
everyone-
the best.
T,
Thank
you
you,
didn't
Rick.
nominate Xenoblade,
Paying
right?
attention.
You didn't nominate Xenoblade through your
No,
phone.
I haven't played it. I
Didn't
haven't
play
played it
Yeah,
enough.
that's right. Yeah, so then out of the people that played it, everyone else, so it was
Mhm.
5. That was like the most that I have counted. And then I think right behind would
I
be.
think we all
Bayonetta
played
3 and
Bayonetta
4.
3.
Got 30
Which
minutes.
Yeah.
I counted 4. Did I count that
Oh.
wrong?
Retro didn't play it?
Did I
Didn't
miss
play
somebody?
Bayonetta 3.
What?
What?
Yeah, it's only 4. It's
I have
me.
to
I know
make-
T
I have to
started
make
it.
It's me.
choices
It's
this
me.
year,
It's
man.
me. Juice, Sandstorm, and Clocked It. Those are the 4 who played Bayonetta.
No, I played it too.
You're out here playing fucking.
You didn't put it on the list though.
Yeah, I didn't win. It was number 6 for me. 6.
Ooh.
It got pushed out by a Plague Tale.
Oh, yeah, Plague Tale.
Oh my god! I have the plague now. The
Yeah,
fuck.
and you know what? There was nice.
Oh.
Nods, you know, you had 2 nominations for Little Gator Game. You got you had
that was surprising. That was surprising.
Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Yeah, High on Life. Some different ones that I think got highlighted. that
Tunic.
was not highlighted in Jeff Keighley's.
I thought
Rapper-
Terrell was gonna have
Rapper-
Live Alive on his 5 for sure.
I debated it, but I'm more
I'm
surprised.
surprised I'm the only one that even.
I'm surprised you have it as high as you
I'm
do.
surprised Clock
Number
didn't
one,
have it.
Because
No,
Live
it
Alive
was,
for
it was
me.
my number 6, but the Gator game between just
Yeah,
loving it and
Li-
enjoying it with
Live
my
Al-
daughter.
Okay,
sure.
gotcha.
Live Alive
Understand
Live Alive is weird because it has some portions of it that I think are really good, and then some portions I'm like, oh, why is this in here?
And at
But
the end
even
as
like
well,
those
at the end
portions-
it's got a difficulty curve and a bit of grinding. You know,
Yeah,
so-
Okay.
that's what made me love it. Like that.
It's hey, listen, man. I got another HD 2D game coming out next month. I'm thinking I'm Gucci for right
Oh,
now.
don't.
okay.
I can't. I
What is
can't.
that? Is
Yes,
that
you
Dragon
can. The fuck you mean?
Triangle
What do you
Strategy
mean?
Oh,
2.
no, Octopath Traveler 2, right?
Or Octopath 2.
Too much,
Octopath
man.
2 is out. Yeah.
Right.
Is that next month?
And that's a multi-plat.
Yeah.
Like that's launching on everything, right?
Yeah, it is. I think so. Yeah, yeah. I
Wait,
think it's just
when
PlayStation.
next
It's,
month?
it's like late next month. It's like the
Square Enix
20th.
on some bullshit. That's why.
It's like
Okay.
it's like PlayStation, Switch, and PC because Xbox
I do want to
gamers don't
say,
like it.
I do want to say, out of some of the ones that are the biggest one probably missing. Like I'm trying to think of ones that got nominated for Game of the Year, like at least in the Game Awards. Stray, no
Cat,
one brought
what-
Stray. Did
Yeah, I was
anyone
gonna
play
say.
Stray here?
Trey.
He
Stray
paid
didn't
it.
belong in it. Get that shit out of here.
Okay.
I put it. T. I thought it was gonna be on your list.
I did.
Um,
I thought that was gonna be.
Nobody
honest.
ran
I thought
Splatoon.
it was gonna be on my list the first
Well,
5 hours of it, but after that, it was like,
You know, yes, Splatoon. I mean, don't get me wrong. It sounded like it was. You know, I have to say, it sounded like it was a great year for gaming.
it was pretty good. Yeah.
Sounds like it was a great year. That I.
Did Mario Strikers come out this year
forward
or 2022 or
It was in
2021?
Yeah.
it was like April or something.
Yeah.
Was that
Um,
22?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's the same year as Nintendo Switch Sports.
it
Step
was
out
so
on
good.
that one, Robert.
It was apparently so good.
The only 3 games that I played in 2022 was Crankin's Time Trial Adventure, Nintendo Switch Sports, and Kirby's Dream Buffet. With these 2 dudes on the side.
That one was
talking
so
and-
fun,
and-
man.
How'd
And
you
it's a
feel
really
it?
fun game.
What do you think of
It's only,
Nintendo
what was
Switch
it,
Sports?
$15 some shit, and a really fun game. And also Switch Sports is really good. But I'm gonna play more of that next year, or I guess not next year, this year. But I'll play more of that this year when I get into actual 2022. I kind of messed up my mind, but yeah,
Arceus
but-
would be the first 2022 game, right?
probably.
Yeah.
That's January, like the smack dab in January.
Mhm.
So unless there might be something that came out before that, I don't remember.
But anyway,
No,
I think we
that's
can
the
call
first
it.
one.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching the Game of the Year podcast. Here's to another fantastic years Years. Years. Fantastic, multiple years of gaming. 2023 looks to have some exciting games like Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. What else comes out? Who knows?
Starfield.
Metroid Prime 4, baby.
Forspoken.
I'm saying Metroid Prime.
Forspoken.
Forspoken.
I heard them reviews are kind of rough, bro.
We got
He's frozen again. Sorry.
Armor Core 6 comes out, so From Software has come back. Oh yeah, he's dancing, bro. Dino talking to talk
Where
about
did that
nowhere.
come from?
Hold on, I'm gonna have to look it up. Like
Oh,
dinosaur
my
game on the
goodness.
GameCube. That sounds badass. I gotta look it
How
up.
could this have happened?
I can't wait to finish Cyberpunk so I can get on to the next game.
It's rare.
Yeah,
bro.
Dino,
What
tell
else
Oh,
me.
is
man,
next?
it's
It's rare. This is the only system that came out on. I think it came out on Xbox.
It's rare because no one bought it. That's why.
I'm gonna have to look it up. Dude, dinosaurs
Yeah,
on
nobody bought, but it's a good game.
It's probably worth
bro.
$500.
Oh shit, true. It might be.
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
cheap.
we'll get out of here.
It's
Thanks
surprisingly
everybody for tuning in. Thanks for the 2 donations, and
Yes, would.
yeah, leave comments. What's your game of the year or top 5 if you feel like it, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good night, everyone. Peace.
Peace.
La la la.